never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Leo, and welcome to the Bird Section. Oh! The reason why I'm laughing, y'all, okay, because, you know, sometimes we got to play things off and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all see right now, like, you see this, you see me right here and everything like that. Y'all have no idea the things I went through, I just went through to make it here on time for the people. You know what I'm saying? And I made it. You know what I'm saying? And like as soon as I turned the camera on and I saw myself, I just fell out. That's why I started laughing, because y'all knew what I had to go through to get here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would have, you know what I'm saying? So again, you know, my apologies, everybody, you know, but it was just something that I had to laugh at. Want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's in the building. Joe the sports pro, Joe the pro, the sports. What up, big doggy in the building? Sean Smith is in the building. We got my man Function is in the building. We got Logan Motorsports is in the building. Damn, everybody here. Art McQueen is in the building. Hey, Nina Austin. Jimbo is in the building. Dr. Jen is in the building. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, you know, tonight's show is not a channel members call-in show. So there is no link or anything like that. Tonight is just, you know, invited guests, folks that, you know, I want to, this is like I call it the ironing, the steel sharpening steel edition of the Bird Section. And I got to, you know, shout him out because he came in first. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King DV is in the building. What up, big dog?
Leo, it's an honor. Leo, it's an honor. Where's TP Way at? Anyway, no. I understand he coming.
Yeah.
But it's an honor, man. You know, everybody here, you know, been on my channel. Earlier, I was like,
you was cooking.
I was cooking, bro. I was cooking, bro. In the kitchen.
Listen,
in the kitchen.
As you said, I gotta get the TP Way that
I had the macaroni and cheese at 350 in the oven.
Woo!
Yeah, I was cooking. Woo! I was cooking. No, but he like certain things that happened in the last live with you guys, I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that he sat up there and said he basically said that Devontae Smith is not better than his guy.
Coming off of injury. Coming off
Right.
of major injury.
And
Devontae
then
Smith is not
and
better.
then he was like, because you was like you slow walking, like you give them the COVID shot and see the reaction. Like me, I like to I like to like, hey,
You rip the scab off quick. You have
right.
You have the
And honestly, brother, bro, honestly, I be getting frustrated with you because you be sitting up there like, all right, so what you're saying is this, but what I'm saying is this. I'm like, I don't care what you say, bro. Go at his neck because he's sitting up there saying that Q, Reek, or Coop cannot stop Malik Neighbors.
I know.
I hated that.
Listen. I can't, and I don't want to. And you're right. I do slow walk it intentionally. And you want to know why? Because it's all great content for later on in the season. You know what I'm saying? If I blast them every single time on everything or whatnot, then it doesn't help me later on down the road. That's what I'll be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that they say that everybody, you know, the Cowboy fans that come on the channel, the Giants fans, and listen, truth be told, TP is like a breath of fresh air, especially when you're talking about dealing with a Giants content creator. Because I don't run across them like that. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's none because there's nothing to talk about.
Right. But he didn't get that memo.
No, because he was in the service. He was sitting up there protecting the country, and then he comes back like, I'm a Giants fan. Okay, but you're the only one.
But and you know what I'm saying? I love the fact that he comes with his facts. With his facts, his stats.
No,
his
it's not a fact. It can't be fact if it's not true.
Listen, I know that, and you know that. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
But if you actually listen, he's convinced of it. And
that's the part I don't like. I don't like the conviction that he gives. Like, oh, we showed y'all up. We showed y'all up. And we
it doesn't even register. He's talking about just one game.
He's talking about one game. And then he sit up there and be like, what cornerback? Because you ain't got no cornerbacks that can stop Malik Neighbors. And you ain't got no cornerbacks that can stop our tight end. That's what he's on. And I'm sitting here like, what? Like, you don't really watch football. You watch the Giants only. Or the stats from ESPN because you don't really watch Giants game. Y'all really ass, bro. And on top of that, I'm waiting for his ass to pop up here. I'm waiting for him. Seriously.
Look, yeah. Listen. I love it because like me and him talked. I want to say it was yesterday. We were talking yesterday, and I was telling him, I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You got people. I've been contacted by folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is TP Way? You know what I'm saying? I need a piece of him. I gotta get him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, go ahead.
First of all, with TP Way, when you was on his channel and I was on there, I was in the comments and all that. His vision was kind of blurry, and I feel like that's how it is with the Giants. I feel like his vision was blurry. People were saying that he was on a PS3, PS2 camera and all that. In the comments, I'm sitting here talking to people, and that's what it was. I like TP Way. I really do. Because the conviction could pipe up Giants fans. I get it. But at the same time, you got to be realistic with yourself. And realistically, Devontae Smith is light speeds ahead of fucking Malik Neighbors. Our cornerbacks can shut down Malik Neighbors, especially coming off of an injury. Malik Neighbors is not all that, bro.
Listen. I wanted to make sure in my own way that there was clearly I don't want to leave room for a change. You understand what I'm saying? A change of opinion. So, like you said, to your point, like I slow walk and everything like that, that's intentional because I don't want you to come back later on or halfway through the season and tell me, no, I didn't say that. Yes, the fuck you did. Yes, the fuck you did.
No. You said it. You said it, and you got to stand on it.
And that's why I do and allow folks to say the things that they say. You know what I'm saying? And especially those who are who in his opinion who stands on business, who's down for their team. You know, listen. You know, this is a very serious lesson. You know what I'm saying? DV, you say the devil's name enough times and he fucking shows up. Shout out to TP Way. The Giant is in the building. TP Way.
Yo.
It is an honor and pleasure to introduce you to King DV. King DV.
No, he know who I am.
Okay.
You know who I am.
Say,
we don't even have to have no conversation.
Shout out to Bless.
I only have an hour tonight. I only have an hour. But
cool. That's all you need, brother.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Yeah,
that's all I need.
Drew is in the building. What up, Drew?
What up?
Yeah, hey, we listen. Drew, me and you gonna step back and because I just introduced TP to King DV, so I want them to go.
I want no. TP know who I am. He was on my channel earlier.
Yeah, I know.
He knows who I am.
Yeah, I'm just making the
I want TP Way to go first, and I can, rebuttal. That's all I want.
Yeah, because I want to hear this. I heard something earlier. I want to hear this lunacy.
Oh no! Hey,
I want to hear it.
Hit TP.
Come on.
Now,
TP.
wait. Now, hold on. Understand?
I'm drinking one or two.
Good to see you. Good to see you, brother.
Hold on, fellas. I just want you to wait a minute. I just want to put out there. This is not the channel members calling, right? This is the ironing, the steel sharpening steel.
That's fine. Right.
Episode,
iron
right?
sharpen iron.
Yeah.
No, we ain't going. Yeah. We ain't going left. We ain't going
Shout out to Warren with the Eagles Collective Podcast. Is in the building.
What's good?
Dog,
How's everybody doing?
Connect the channel real quick.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you
go ahead
this.
and connect it.
All right, go ahead.
I'll tell you this. I had the pleasure of chopping it up with Warren the other day, man. And as of right now, Warren might be the most sensible Philadelphia Eagle fan that I have talked to.
Wow.
All right, but I've been also waiting to talk to King DV because he's a great representation of the Philadelphia Eagles. A great representation. Like, he's like the podcasting version of the Philadelphia Eagles. He has something going in his head. He thinks it's gonna go his way, but he has no idea this is not gonna go the way he thinks it's gonna go. Just like in real life.
Wait. Leo.
We know what you are, Leo.
I'm sorry.
We know what you are, Leo.
I'm sorry, TP. I'm sorry, DB. You're right. I'm sorry.
So listen. One thing about me, man, I don't care how many Eagle fans I'm surrounded by. I don't care about these weak ass comments that who be saying what in the comment section. Y'all can talk all that noise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be me regardless, and I'm gonna say my truth. Now I want to get to the business, if you don't mind, Leo.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
And you will be here
you got
after
the floor,
game, right?
brother.
You said what?
Floor,
you're gonna be here after the game, right?
I will be here after the game. I will be here after the game.
You got the floor, brother.
You got the floor.
Okay, let's start here.
Yes, sir.
Because I just want to get this recorded because I think this is the craziest shit of all time right here. Like, I've heard y'all say many a things, and some of them it's arguable. I let it rock. But I think, was it this morning or the other day I heard King DV say that Devontae Smith is better than Malik Neighbors? This is what we mean by delusion.
This is no, wait. Leo, wait. Let him talk.
And what do you even think that Devontae Smith is better than Neighbors? Please let me know.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Cool.
I'm done.
Cool story, bro. So Malik Neighbors never had a Heisman Trophy. Malik Neighbors never had big plays in the NFL and then also big plays in the Super Bowl. He never did. What?
Malik Neighbors never had big plays in the NFL? What are we talking about?
Not never.
Oh my God.
Not never.
Oh my God.
Not never. Your boy is coming off an injury, running routes and all that. Come on, stop it. You're sitting up here. You know what
This
you
is
do?
crazy.
You know what you do? I know why Giants fans follow you, because you give them hope.
Mm-hmm.
You give them hope.
Mm-hmm.
You set up there, and
That's true.
every single time we talk about the Eagles versus the Giants, you're talking about the game that a Thursday night game, and I told you how I felt. We had not even our starter cornerbacks out there, and our defensive ends had to, drop back and all that. And look, I even, like, for you, brother, I have the stats.
Okay.
Jackson Dart had 195 yards, 17 for 25 passing, 1 touchdown, right? Jackson Dart also had 58 rushing yards. You know why? Because our defense had, especially our edge, had to step back and say, okay, Adoree Jackson. Think about who I'm talking about, because Adoree Jackson is probably not in the league no more.
Okay.
Adoree Jackson and Kelly Ringo. Kelly Ringo is CB4 right now on our roster. So that's who he was going against throwing. And then, yes, now the Russian is not there. This is why we got Jonathan Grenard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm just looking at it. Y'all beat us 34-17.
Cool. That was an ass whooping.
Yeah, it was an ass whooping, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was an ass whooping, right?
38
No, wait.
I'm sorry.
Let me
Look at Leo. Look at Leo trying to get.
I'm sorry.
Let me cook.
Yes,
Let
DV.
me
I'm sorry.
cook.
I'm sorry, DV. I'm sorry. My bad.
Because it was an ass whooping, right?
My bad.
And you sit up there, and I'm sorry, Leo, this is your channel. I don't want to sit up there and think I'm doing whatever, but this is your channel. I am a family
Sharpen the steel.
member.
Sharpen the steel. This is still sharpen the steel.
He sit up there and keep talking about that. No, because it's a lot I gotta talk to him about. Because I ain't like how he was talking to you last live.
But let's make sure, because you may have a few points. So let's go point by point. No, let's go point by point. I don't want to skip over the Neighbors and Devontae Smith point. And I'm willing to talk about that game and whatever game that you want to talk about. But I just don't want to skip over your points.
How about Neighbors? Listen, talk about Neighbors and Devontae first. How do you
Okay,
feel about it?
let's do this. I think this is a fair way to do it. Let's go attribute by attribute, and we could be honest with ourselves and say who is better at what attribute. So, for example,
So we creating players. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
so we could say between Devontae Smith. No. What'd you say? You said who?
I would give Yak to Neighbors.
No, but what did King DV say?
You're asking me.
I'm not King DV.
Devontae Smith.
No, I understand, Drew. I understand. See, listen,
Drew, this is
this
strictly-
energy is different.
Okay.
I'm talking to
This is
DV on
DV,
purpose. Drew,
Devontae
if we was
Smith.
having a conversation, it would go a lot different. I'm talking to King DV specifically. Y'all's have to
Devontae
catch.
Smith. Devontae Smith.
Look, this is a prime example of just utter delusion. Because we have in Philly land where we just clearly just think that Devontae Smith is better than Malik Neighbors in all of these categories. If it's not delusion, then please somebody tell me what it is. Please somebody tell me what it is. I have never even heard this before. I have never even seen a ranking where Devontae Smith is above Malik Neighbors. Nobody literally thinks this. Nobody. I did him bad.
No, you ain't do him bad. You
I
really
did him
didn't.
bad.
He slow walked your ass. So
No,
look,
he
look.
backed himself into a corner.
No, he didn't. He did not. He slow walked your ass. But I'm gonna continue. Right? You sat up there and said that Smitty is not better than Neighbors. That's what you stand on, and I respect that wholeheartedly because you're a Giants fan and you got to have something to lean on. The Knicks just won the finals, and you got to have something to lean on. I get it. Then you sat up there and said that there's no cornerback on our team. You said this. No cornerback on our team that can stop Neighbors, which is false. You said this. You said this out your own mouth.
Yeah.
I seen. I was watching it 2 days straight. I made sure. So when you popped up on my live earlier this morning, I said, "Oh, we got shit to talk about," because you sat up there and said this, right? And then you sat up there and said that Devontae Smith is not better than Neighbors. You sat up there and said everything about how he's not better than Neighbors. I'm gonna tell you why he's better than Neighbors. Now I can talk about accolades. I can't talk. Neighbors don't have those accolades, so I can talk about accolades, but I don't want to make this a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the facts, right? Better route runner is already proven. Devontae Smith is a better route runner than him. Let's see. When y'all beat us, because because you like to go. No. I'll let you talk.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
You like to go back to this game. This one game on Thursday, short week, right? And then we had Adoree Jackson and Kelly Ringo, two people that should not be starting in the NFL. I digress. So you had Wan'Dale Robinson, Humphrey, Johnson, Hyatt. You had them all in the game, right? You had Scatterboo that scored 3 touchdowns. Now we got somebody in the building that can stop the run. Now we got somebody in the building that could possibly stop Scatterboo from doing what he did in that week that you glorified. You glorified that. You did that in 3 shows. You did that twice here and once on your channel. I watch everything, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I watch everything. So you watch everything. Look, bro, I'm looking at the stats, bro. And yeah, y'all beat us 34-17. That's y'all Super Bowl, bro. That's y'all Super Bowl. You know what our Super Bowl is? Meeting Patrick Mahomes one more time. You know what our Super Bowl is? Meeting AJ Brown with the Patriots one time. You know what our Super Bowl is? Because the color scheme of the Super Bowl logo, the Eagles versus the Broncos. That's our Super Bowl, right? We're not worrying about the damn division. Because you know why? Because the division kill itself. Y'all gonna sit up there and knife yourself. We're just gonna sit up there and count the bodies. We're gonna count the bodies, bro. It's nothing more, nothing less than that. You can sit up there and talk about your pass rush. You can sit up there and talk about Thursday night football. You can sit up there and talk about neighbors. You can sit up there and talk about scatterball or healthy and everything like that. Bro, when it's lined up and we sitting up here, we got Joshua Grenard, we got Jux Hunt, we got two defensive tackles that just got paid, knowing that the team is for them, right? And then you got Jomo trying to get a contract. You got so much going against you. Why do you think that you're going to become victorious against the Philadelphia Eagles, regardless if we're at the Link or we are at y'all little beat up ass stadium? Why?
Okay. So, first of all, I want to debunk the false narratives that you try to put out there to begin with.
Wait,
My
TP.
fault. Yep.
Shout out to Linda Kynes with the $2 super chat. She said, Devontae Smith has won at every level. Fuck you talking about?
That's true.
Thank you, Linda.
That's true. All right, so this I love when y'all do this, right? The fact that y'all reach back into college football it's hilarious, right? Because
TP.
for real,
TB. I'm sorry to cut you off right now.
no, go ahead.
It's not Leo. It's not Warren. It's not Eagles Drew. It's me talking to you.
No, you mentioned the Heisman. I'm talking to you. No. Yeah, I'm talking to you
You say
because
y'all.
you mentioned
No,
the
you said
Heisman as
y'all.
well. Okay, because the
said
super
y'all.
chat said it as
No,
well.
he's talking
The
about
Sup-
Eagles
No.
fans.
No, listen. Let me talk to King DV. You mentioned the Heisman, which honestly don't mean a damn thing to me because that don't help Philly and it don't help the Giants. So let me X that out. Now let's get into the league. You started that whole soliloquy by saying Malik Neighbors has no what's the word you use? No accolades.
Accolades. There you go.
First
There
of
you
all, hey, I'm not perfect, but anyway, let's go here. Malik Neighbors set an NFL single season rookie wide receiver record with 109 receptions. Boom, called him in that one. I got more.
He
has the most.
He had to.
Yeah, but is it he had to or he had no accolades? Which one is it? See, I love when the facts come out. I'm not done. Here we go. Most receptions in a Giant single season. Most rookie wide receiver receptions in NFL history that I just named. And he is the first Giants rookie to eclipse 100 receptions in a single season. So if that is not accolades, then I just don't know what the definition is. I may forget how to pronounce it, but I for sure haven't forgot the definition. Those are accolades. Now, you tell me the NFL accolades that Devontae Smith did, not what his team did. See, y'all love to throw in the Super Bowl, and I was just talking to y'all about this the other day to Law Eagle. Y'all love to throw in the Super Bowl in every single conversation that we have. This is about a single player, and you still are talking about a Super Bowl. Yes, Devontae Smith got carried to a Super Bowl. Yes, he could have that trophy on his mantle. But I know one thing. I know one thing. This is a fact. This is a fact. They brought in AJ Brown because Devontae Smith wasn't enough. Let's talk about that. They brought in AJ Brown because they didn't think that Devontae Smith was enough. They're not doing that with Malik. They're not doing that with Malik. When they talk about the elite of the elite in the NFC East, they bring up three names: CD, George Pickens, and Malik. They do not bring up matter of fact, it gets so wicked. That the question. No. This is what you asked for. Look, it gets so wicked. It gets so wicked.
This is crazy.
Oh my God. It gets so wicked that they asked Devontae Smith. They say, is Devontae Smith or Terry McLaurin better? That is so disrespectful to Malik Neighbors. They don't even ask shit like that to Malik Neighbors. They don't say is who's better, Terry McLaurin or Malik Neighbors. You know why? Because it's levels. It's tiers. They bring Malik up with the best of the best. So again, only Eagle fans think like this. Y'all are the only ones who put Devontae Smith on that type of pedestal. And now you want to talk about the game. The fact of the matter is, you could call it our Super Bowl. That's fine. I'll go along with that, right? Definitely because how I react to the win. Because you told no lies. I probably thought it up. I brought it up in 3 streams. And I'll probably bring it up into 10 more. You know why? Because I remember how embarrassing it was for Eagle fans. I remember. Y'all were absolutely embarrassed, and y'all thought that this was going to be a clear win. Y'all thought it was going to be such of an easy win that Saquon Barkley promoted his documentary around that primetime game. He thought it was a beautiful idea to put out a documentary, and his goal was to whip our ass that night. Instead, we debunked that whole thing. We put belt to ass, and we exposed y'all. We exposed y'all. Listen,
Hold on.
he brought up 2 points. Look at y'all. Look. See, this is what happens. King DV, why they don't trust you to have a solo? Why they keep trying to jump in? Anyway, let me finish. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. I'm gonna land it right here. I'm gonna finish. This is the thing.
I know where he gonna go with it.
Look, this is the thing. That game, I just remember this.
Hey, Leo, you did this. You did this, Leo.
You bring up who y'all didn't have. You talk about, I had Adoree Jackson out there and all this other crap. Do you know who Jackson Dart was throwing to? I don't want to hear no roster excuses. Do you know who he was throwing to? There was no Malik Neighbors in that game. There was none. We had injuries all over the place. We had all the excuses we wanted to going into that game. There is no excuses. A good team, you're only as strong as your weakest link. There is no excuses about who's playing and who's not. You step on the field with what you have. And that's what we did. That's why I always bring up that win, because that was the win that showed the world that gap is closing. Yes, you would have been able to get this off a couple of years ago. Y'all were dominant a couple of years ago. That's not happening anymore. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. That gap has closed. Now it's time for us to step on the field, and I can talk like this now. A couple of years ago, I couldn't even talk to y'all. I'll be honest. I couldn't even do this. That gap is closing. It's time to suit up now. Now I want to see what it's like. Yeah, now I want to see what it's like. And that's where I'm going to land my plane.
Okay.
Hey, TP, wait. Do you ever been in Philly? Did you ever been in Kensington, Allegheny?
I ran through. Yeah.
Cool, because there's a lot of people out there dipping like you. You are high to think that you're high. TP, wait, I love him because he gets what I'm talking about.
I do, yes, 100%.
You high to think that we think like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, you are correct to think that we were pissed. Yes, we were pissed that we lost to y'all that Thursday night because we thought that Adoree Jackson and Killing Ringo was the best. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that y'all didn't deserve to win. I'm not saying that y'all didn't outplay us. Y'all did. Think about it. I think y'all was up, 24-17 or something like that. And Jalen Hurts threw a pick. And then y'all went up. I was pissed off at the whole team, including Jalen Hurts. That's what I'm saying. When people sit up there on my channel and say, I don't criticize Jalen Hurts, I criticize him then because I'm like, we're in the goal line. We're in scoring distance. Why the hell are you doing this? Yes. What I saw from that game to go back to that game that you glorify on your channel and on this channel and all that, the way it looked was y'all knew what y'all wanted to do and how y'all wanted to attack us. That was one of the best coaching segments that y'all had all season against some team that was solidified because we won the division and we won a Super Bowl recently. So that's the standard. Yeah, I can sit up there and claim all day and say, hey, that was your Super Bowl and all that, but let's be real. Yes, y'all gonna glorify that win because that's the standard for y'all right now because y'all still climbing. Y'all sat up there and got a new head coach, more defensive players. You got a new weapon on offense in the tight end from the Ravens. And then Malik Neighbors is working his way back. You know, like I said, Malik Neighbors is no slouch. My only disagreement with you is that Malik Neighbors is better than Devontae Smith. I don't agree with you there. But I think that Malik Neighbors could be one of those guys that can put on for you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, I just want to give a quick
said-
shout out to BC Weasel with the $5 super chat. BC Weasel said, how can the gap close? The Giants won 4 and the Eagles won 11. And then Linda Kynes, shout out to Linda with the $2 super chat. She said 9 seasons in the last 9 seasons, only one was a winning, and that was 9-8. You know what I'm saying? So that's for you, TP. But go ahead, DV. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. And then shout out to Sean Mims with the $5 super chat. He said, Phil Simms not walking through that door.
Here's my thing. TP, because what I really like about TP, this is why when he came on earlier, when I was live about our training camp, when he came on earlier, I like the fact that he's passionate about his squad. He knows about his squad. He's very educated about the squad.
Yes, he is.
Of what was really going on, right? But when it comes to Big Brother and team wise, I don't really believe that he believes that you got Malik Neighbors against Devontae Smith. Wide receiver 1 against wide receiver 1. I'm taking Devontae Smith. When it comes to the defense, regardless of how bad I respect the hell out of your front 7, I'm taking our defense. Think about it. Like we watched and we learned our new defense without Jonathan Grenard. Jonathan Grenard has not been in the training camp. It's been 5 days in training camp. Jonathan Grenard never been in the training camp. And we've been shutting shit down. And I know what you're going to say. It's not easy. It's easy to shut down Jalen Hurts in that damn offense because he's not passing the ball.
I got a bomb. I got a bomb for you.
No, you
yes,
don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Just let me know when you're ready. Just let me know. I got a whole bomb.
I am ready. I want you to say what you're going to say.
I got something that's going to just debunk all of that record talk that you keep bringing up to me, right? Because y'all keep talking about, oh, we only won 4 games. How is the gap closed and all of that other like elementary way of thinking?
The evidence.
I know what you
call that evidence. You call that evidence, right?
I know what you. Okay, I know what he about to say. I know what he about to say because he said the same thing to you last live. Go ahead.
So listen, can someone please tell me how many wins did the Patriots have in 2023 and 2024?
We're talking about the New York Giants. We're not talking about the Patriots.
We are.
Why are we talking about the Patriots?
They had 4 wins in 2023 and in 2024. You know where they were last year? The damn Super Bowl. Oh. So don't talk to me. Talk to me about where our record was in the past. We here in the now. We here in the now. So y'all leave that elementary way of thinking. That's not how football works, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, Philly fans. I know y'all been living on that hill for quite some time. That's not how it goes. It never has went like that.
Puff of smoke. Don't stop the yard. Don't stop the yard. But
That was the bomb.
Buff and Smoke, don't stop the yard, bro. I got it. Hey, TP Way, go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook.
It was definitely the bomb.
That was the
It was
bomb?
definitely the bomb.
More
Because
like a
what can you say?
firecracker.
So what can you say to that? That doesn't just apply to the Giants. So if you want to say that, if you want to go by that rhetoric, y'all keep saying the Giants only won 4 games last year. How are they even close? We won 11. Yo, the Patriots won 4 games from back-to-back years. Back-to-back years. They were the Super Bowl champions. And you can do that with a whole thing of teams. A whole thing of teams. That's not how the NFL works. I'm sorry, Eagle fans. And that's what, and you know what it is? Y'all are not used to being at the top. And I understand that this is new for y'all. So y'all think like y'all gonna be here forever. No, it's waves. You're there one moment, you have your time. If you don't do nothing with it, when your that decline is over with. And that's what y'all not understanding. That's what y'all don't get. I'm here to teach y'all about this game that I love so much, Eagle fans. Just y'all gotta be willing to learn. Y'all gotta be willing to learn, man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
TP is a good guy, right?
No, I love TP. That's my guy, man. I rock with him.
He was true.
He just said he's suffering
Let
from
me talk to you
PTSD
for a
right
minute.
now.
Bro,
He's suffering PTSD right now.
bro. He's a good
Go ahead,
guy.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? He means well.
He
You know what I'm
does.
saying?
Bless his heart, man. Bless his heart.
He mean, yeah. I mean,
It's only the facts.
glory to God, right?
Bless his heart, man.
But he's completely wrong on this whole situation, right?
yeah, you he had a
Because
line.
you
Please tell me how I am.
talking about like we're delusional. We're not used to being at the top. All right. So
We've been at the top. We've been carrying this division for the last 30 years. What you talking about?
We won Super Bowls in the last 30 years. Try again.
Yeah.
You got to
know.
realize who y'all
that's
talking
cool.
to. Who y'all
Compare-
talking to, man?
compare the
I seen us win
playoffs.
2-2. And
Compare the-
realize it. That 2 that y'all have, y'all only done half of what we done. So y'all can't Super Bowl
compare the
talk me to death.
that's a false
Compare the
statement.
record.
That's a false
Yeah,
statement.
compare the records, man.
That's a
How
false
was it a
statement.
false? How? What's false about it?
That's a false.
What's
that's a
false about it?
statement, bro?
How many
Yo,
divisions?
what's false is you can't say that y'all been running.
Don't
You
do
can't
that.
say that y'all been running the NFC East for 30 years when we got 2 Super Bowls in the last 30 years.
No NFC East team can say that. So that's not the argument. The argument is your New York Giants right now better than the Philadelphia Eagles right now? Because I heard you say
Absolutely not.
to Leo last live that y'all don't have AJ Brown. Y'all don't have AJ Brown. That was your
Yeah, I heard
argument,
that.
right?
Well, there's a couple other things, but yes, AJ Brown is one of
No,
them.
no. I'm going with that first because I seen the whole live, bro.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
low. That's the
Y'all
low
was
dangling
on
fruit. King.
live. Y'all was on live. Y'all was on live for
That's-
6 hours. I watched the whole live. I'm insane, bro. I'm really insane.
Me too. Me too.
But how does Thursday night losing to y'all makes us less than y'all right now? And then
No,
y'all added wait. Y'all added a coach, y'all added players and all that. What is y'all right now that you think because you are on that Kensington and Allegheny high? I need you to know
Yeah, he don't know. I
That
don't know
is
about
not-
that Kensington.
it's not how you think it's going to go. So I want to know because for the people, for the chat, for everybody on the panel, I need you to tell us what makes you think that you going to beat us this season, or at least split with us.
I love the question. Thank you. This is why I believe so. Because I feel like the medicine was finally put into this team. And when I say that, John Harbaugh is what we needed. This coaching staff, this defensive coordinator, and Denard Wilson, it was what we needed. Like we lost games because we were undisciplined and we were terribly coached. That's why on the record sheet you're going to see loss. But if you watched the Giants play last year, you seen how they stacked up with less against teams that were on paper way out of our league. Like most of our losses were one-score games, close games, and things like that. And so why I believe that we've made that leap is because now we have the pieces back, and now we have a coach that is going to make sure that we tighten discipline, and that is going to lead us to wins. I like the way John Harbaugh's record is versus NFC East teams. It looks tremendous. So that is the reason as to why I feel good about it. We have the heart. We've shown that. Like we were beat down to our last like molecule pause because everybody was out. We had a weak roster, but if you can show me what you have shown me last year with the roster that we had, that's where my confidence comes from. Now I want to make this clear because I'm just not just a shit talker. Y'all are the top dogs. We're not above y'all. We have done nothing to say that we're above y'all. Let's get that clear. Mm-hmm. But I think it's coming a lot sooner than what all the Eagle Nation thinks. And so I'm ready for that. Every year has been a decline for y'all. Y'all won 14 games, and it was 11, and it was it 8 or it was something, whatever.
No, 14 and 11. That's it.
And 11, excuse me, and 11. So I'm saying, like, what's next? Like 8? Like what is going to be next? Like nothing about.
You're thinking I don't win less games this year if the trend, according to you, is happening, right? That's
Leo. Hey, Leo, what you say? The evidence speaks for itself, Your Honor.
Right.
That's what is shown me.
Shout out to Sean Mills with the $2 super chat. He said, "We lost over 10 starters and won the chip in 17." That is correct. We were the walking wounded that year.
But TP,
hey, hold on, real quick, Leo. Did you see my man Atlantic JM in there? He got a super chat as well.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, we don't want to miss that.
Yeah, hold on.
Salute to the Atlantic GM.
Hey, man, yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yo, bro, my bad.
Yeah.
Yo, go ahead, TP. That's for you, man. Go ahead.
Hey, man, New York Giants salute the Atlantic JM, man. I see you, my guy. He says, Giants Nation, stand up. TP, you not alone, brother. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Your
TP,
people came here to support you, dog. That's what I appreciate.
Yeah, I like that.
Sir.
TP, let me just tell you this, bro.
Cool.
Our floor looks different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Our ceiling looks different than yours.
Yes.
We have chandeliers. That's what our floor. That's what our ceiling looks like. You guys, I don't know what y'all got. Maybe a ceiling fan. Your floor is different than ours. You feel me? So if you're looking at the trend is that we run this division. Now, that's not saying that the Giants had a really good off. The NFC East had a really good offseason. But I think you guys have like PTSD or warped sense of understanding when you look at each team in this division. Mm-hmm. The Philadelphia Eagles are still the most talented team in this division and one of the most talented teams in the NFL.
That's true.
Even losing AJ Brown. Right. We're still talent-wise far beyond what the Giants are, the Cowboys are, and the Washington Commanders, whatever they are. It's just a fact. Now, I'd be ignorant to say that division games, and that's in any division, play each other tough. I mean, it happens. But for you to sit there and say, like, you guys are on par with us right now, and we haven't played a game yet, I think it's a bit delusional. And I think you need to talk to us nice. You need to talk to us nice because if it wasn't for the Eagles, nobody would be talking about the NFC East other than that little soap opera they got in Dallas. That's all they care about. They don't care about football over there. We want football. We talk about football. So let's talk football. And let me say this to you, TP, and I'm going to give it to you. In Malik Neighbors' draft, what other receiver was drafted in his draft in the top 10? Do you know?
Marvin Harris Jr.?
No, in the top 10.
What?
He didn't even make the top 10. Who was the other top 10 receiver?
Oh, you mean like the top the scouts list?
Who was the top? No. Who was drafted in the top 10 receivers in your draft? It was Malik Neighbors was number 6, and who was the other one? It was some other trash can. Who was it? Let me look it up real quick.
It wasn't Marvin Harris Jr.
It was Marvin Harrison. Bro.
Was it Marvin Harrison? Okay, so
was
Marvin
Marvin
Harrison Jr. He's another waste. And Rome Odunze, hot dog water. Now, when you look at, let's go to Schmitty's draft real quick. Let's look who was drafted in the top 10 with him. Jamar Chase, and some real football heads would say Jamar Chase would be the best receiver in the league. I would say that. I wouldn't put Malik Neighbors in that conversation. And who else? Jalen Waddle. I don't know why he got drafted. That's the Dolphins. And then guess what? Schmitty made the top 10. The Biletnikoff winner. The Heisman Trophy winner. Top 10. If you put Neighbors in that draft, he might go top 15. He might go top 15.
That's a terrible point.
No, it's not a terrible point. What I'm saying,
you know why it's a terrible point?
Hold on, let me finish, TP.
Okay.
Schmitty is a far better route runner. He has hands. Listen, go look at some of the highlights. Go look at some of the one-handed toe tappers that he's put in. That Malik Neighbors hasn't even played long enough to even be mentioned with the name of Schmitty yet. Get a couple years in, and then let's talk about who Neighbors is compared to, because he don't have skins in the game enough, bro. He don't have skins in the game enough. He's talented. He's good. He has a bright future, but he ain't on Schmitty level yet. My young Padawan. You got it.
Yo, you want to know how terrible of a point that is? Because Antonio Brown was drafted in the 6th round as the 195th pick. Where you get drafted means absolutely nothing. That's why I say what you do in the league is the only thing that matters to me. I don't care where you get drafted. I don't care about what accolades you had in college. I care about the performance that you have in the National Football League. So we could just dead that point.
What has he
like
done?
That.
What has he done?
I just gave you a rundown on what he's done. I gave you the rundown on what he's done.
What has he done? Oh, he had the most receptions from a rookie because he was the only receiver on the team. Is that what you're talking about?
All right, so let me say it again. He has the NFL. This means all 32 teams. This means like everywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
NFL single season rookie wide receiver record with 109 receptions. That's what he's done.
Because
That's
there
what
was
he's done.
nobody else on that team.
Nice. That's
And
nice.
TP,
Okay, so who can you say that?
That's
So how many
for
times?
sure.
So how many times has there been nobody else in the entire history of the NFL? Like how many times has there been a single receiver on the team? Y'all try to strip a accolade away from him because he was dominating.
That's a good. But let me just ask you this. I'm gonna give it to you, King. Let me ask you this.
Real quick. Shout out to Nina Austin with the two jewels. Appreciate you, Mama. Go ahead, Drew.
Thank you, Nina. Hey, let me ask you this, and please be honest.
Yes.
Heavy conversation before the draft for the Giants was what? What were the two positions you guys were at winning the draft?
What, this year?
Yes. Before this year's draft, there were two positions Giants fans were talking about. And what were those two positions?
Linebacker.
And no, it was O-line and what was the other one? Wide receiver. Because you guys, a lot of you guys were talking about drafting a wide receiver with one of those top 10 picks. Am I wrong?
Okay, but that doesn't speak.
So then you don't talk drafting wide receivers if you got that one. If you got one of them ones and you don't have type of conversation. Okay?
Not true. A lot of people had that. No, but I didn't. I never had that train of thought. And clearly my front office didn't have that train of thought. No, because you can have people who can think whatever. Their train of thought is this. You see Dallas has 2 1s. You see Philly has 2 1s. So a lot of people said, okay, the Giants, if they want to compete, give them 2 1s. That has nothing to do with the fact that Malik isn't enough. That's just people's thinking process. I never thought that. I thought, no, our linebacker play is absolutely atrocious, and we need to have a defense before anything. So let's get a linebacker. And yes, what y'all do have a record of showing, and what y'all prove is that with a bulletproof offensive line, everything else follows. So yes, go to the offensive line. That's where I wanted to go.
Facts.
It gotta be bath salts, dog. If you really believe that it's
He said
the
bath
defense
salts.
only. If it's the defense only, look. This is the type of energy you're gonna get with me, TP. Right?
I love
sorry.
it.
It gotta be that, because you really believe that the offense of the New York Giants could carry that defense of y'all's front seven. I respect y'all front seven. It just got to be placed right, and certain guys got to be rushing the quarterback correctly, got to be able to stop the run correctly. All that, like, everything has it. Like, it's good on paper, but the way it looks, I don't know until we know. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
But
can I be? Because I do want to be honest, and I want to talk football as well. Like, you bring that up.
That's all we look. That's all we
no.
wanted you to do.
Because I don't want to. I want to be honest. That's true. That's true. Like, I want us to also prove and show that off paper we are put in the best position to succeed. Now, I have the belief that Denard Wilson will do that, but yes, we have to show and prove that. We got rid of Dex. We have to see what DJ Reader can be as a hole stuffer for us, stopping the run, because y'all know our run defense was absolutely terrible at times, terrible.
Yeah,
so that is something that we have to, like, that's a question mark for me going into the season. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie about that. I do believe that with our new defensive coordinator, Denard Wilson, and our new additions in the linebacker group, I do have better belief, but it has to be shown. I can't lie about that.
Now, real quick, shout out to everybody watching. We got over 100 people in here watching, y'all.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. Shout out to
that like button too, bro. Y'all hit that like.
Oh, bro.
Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Gentlemen, I did not add anybody's channel link in the description.
It's okay.
Bad.
It's okay.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
good, bro.
But
It's all good.
please, hey, y'all, if y'all watching and you have not subbed up to these gentlemen, these four channels that's represented here or in the bird section, you're wrong. So go ahead and make sure you sub up. Sub up the TP Way. All my Eagle fans and
Yeah,
everything
no
like
doubt.
that, sub up to his channel so that we can all at the same time hold his ass, his fucking feet to the fire. Trust me. This
Now,
man,
TP, I wanna just kind of put you in the mind state of what we thinking about.
Okay, because
So-
Warren talking now. Because I was about to call Warren
Nah,
out.
I see the Giant fans in the chat, man. I see y'all. Trust
I
me.
want to ask you a question. So, what is it with y'all season? Do y'all want? Is it Super Bowl bust with the Giants when it comes to this?
It can't be Super Bowl bust.
No.
he's asking
Hold on.
It can't be.
Hold on. I'm asking. Let me
I know
land the plane.
you're asking, and I'm bridging the question, but TP Way going to sit up there and gas the Giants fans up.
Yeah, don't
and all
gaslight
that.
us.
I know what he's going to do, but
But I need a Giants fan to tell me what their expectations are, because we know
I got
ours.
you, Warren.
Way,
I got
we
you.
know
Warren.
Take it,
We
take
know
it away.
ours.
Take it away. Take it away, TB.
No, honestly, my answer has been consistent. So, like, you would never hear this year a different answer from me unless we just doing the unthinkable. But my goal is to get on the top of this division. That's my goal. Compete at the top of this division.
Top of the division, but not going anywhere after that, right? You
I mean, like,
can
I mean,
say as a fan, y'all have gotten to the next, y'all have bridged that gap. Would you say that?
So, like, a success to me is if we are at the top of this division, especially the first year with Harbaugh, I'm good money. Now, best believe if we're in the playoffs, of course, I'm trying to,
You're trying to go far. You're trying to take it.
you know what I mean?
So this is my thing. with us, I think all four of us can agree it's Super Bowl bust with us.
Yep.
Like at the end of the day, it's Super Bowl
Okay.
bust.
No
I
excuse.
understand that.
So when we hear certain
who for?
certain other
What for you talking about, Warren?
Me,
Oh, you
you,
not Super Bowl
and
bust?
Hey, don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Hey, don't do him like
Super Bowl
that.
bust.
me, you, and Drew and Warren. That's the four.
Hey, don't
Oh,
do him like
Yeah.
that.
He's saying
He believe. So no. When Warren is asking TP, I'm just trying to make it plain, right?
Hey,
So
don't do
he
it like
thinks
that.
that me, Leo, Warren, and Eagles Drew believe that it's Super Bowl bust for us, the Cowboys, and the Giants.
No,
He only
just
said the
us.
Eagles.
Nah.
No,
he
just
said the
us.
Eagles.
Just
the
us.
Eagles. Just us.
Yeah.
Warren was saying our mindset is Super Bowl or bust. The four
Right,
of
but
us.
he's asking TP Way that question.
No, he's saying, yeah, he's telling T.
No, he's telling me.
I'm trying to figure out from TP what is a successful season to them with the Giants,
Okay.
where they're at right now
Got you.
going into
I'm just trying to make it
the
make
2026 season. That's why I said let me land the plane.
kind of. I'm look, Warren. I'm kind of slow. I just wanted to know what was going on.
It's okay, bro.
You know, four. You know,
We here.
It's all
you know,
good.
four. Like the
here.
4 rings that we got.
Yeah,
4.
we-
1,
we
2,
just-
3, 4. That's it.
So when
Yeah.
so my thing, so
I
my
like
thing
it.
is this,
I like it. I like it. I like it. I want you to answer the question before I rebuttal. Go ahead.
So my thing is this, TP. When you say certain things like how y'all were gonna beat us or how you did beat us or anything of that nature, that's why we have a little bit of cockiness to us. Because at the end of the day, we looking at Super Bowl bust. We not worrying about what y'all are truly doing. Like so when y'all get excited, when y'all get hyped, when all those new moves happen, that's why we build up like, yo, okay, that's cool. We on a Super Bowl like mentality right now. Only a few teams can truly think about that. Like, can we agree? Not every team is thinking like that.
No, that's
Unless
a
you're the
fact.
Cowboys.
That's a
So
fact.
unless you're a Cowboy fan, they want Super Bowl or bust every year. But we're thinking on that type of trajectory of our team. So that's what we're looking at when it comes to conversation. So when a Giants fan, Commanders fan, or whatever fan coming in and talking about how they gonna bust us when they see us, or there's gonna be trouble when they see us, it's kind of just like, okay, I guess like we really trying to get to the playoffs. So our goal is get to the dance and win the Super Bowl. So I feel like until the Giants fans and the team feels that type of aspect, I think that's when we feel like that gap is going to close. But beating us, yeah, you're going to beat us every division. We probably going to split with everybody in this division just because so much has changed just throughout the whole NFC East.
Right.
But if it's not Super Bowl or bust for y'all, like where do you truly feel like y'all are going to be? Because that's where we at right now. That's all I was just trying to point out.
Yeah, so like I understand that may be, you know, your thought process, but you also have to understand, like, just because you have that thinking process, just because it's a Super Bowl or bust, it doesn't mean that is what's going to be a reflection of your team. Like, for example, you know who else has that Super Bowl or bust in our division is Dallas, because they think they have done enough. They have this high-powered offense. It's Super Bowl or bust for them as well. Does that mean that they're going to go? Does that mean does that mean that they're even better than anybody yet? Did they prove it yet? Like, no. So, like, you could be the Super Bowl or bust team, but to me, it doesn't really mean anything to me, because at the end of the day, a new season is a new season. You gotta do what we gotta do. You gotta strap up the way we strap up.
And when it comes to the Devontae Smith like debate, my personal opinion on that is we gotta see what Devontae Smith look like now. Like we saw what he looked like in 21, 900 receiving yards. It was decent.
5 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was fair for him to be a rookie and doing that. Let's see what this
Last
Devontae
receiver
Smith
record.
look like now. Let's
He's got
see what
the
this
rookie
Devontae
receiver,
Smith
yeah.
look like now. Me personally, I would never. I'm not going to put him up against Malik Neighbors just because Malik Neighbors has shown what he can do when he's the only number one guy. He's shown right now.
I told
We
you
we haven't seen that yet with Devontae. We haven't. That's it. That's my only thing. Like, I know what Devontae is capable of doing. I know his abilities, and I trust him with the utmost, and the front office did. So I want to see what Devontae can do with no AJ, because I think Devontae will probably have a better year than a lot of people really think. And I think at the end of the season, they'll put him in the top 10. That's what I'm looking at it as. It just giving him that opportunity. With AJ Brown there, he'll never have that opportunity. And you probably only see him with AJ Brown. And you can't see him as being a number one. But we can see it. We watched all the games, bro. We seen him being a number one. Hell, he was a number one half of the season last year. But that's where I'm at with the Devontae Smith and Malik Nabers. Like, we need to see a full season with Devontae Smith, with what he has now and what he's capable of doing. That's it.
I told y'all when I first got up here, man, that Warren was the most sensible Eagle fan that I've talking to, and y'all see why. It's about time.
Yeah, because
about time.
some
Football is being some football is finally being talked like some sense.
No, it's not. No.
Does he agree with you?
No, that's not fact.
No, everything he said made some sense.
Yeah, that's cool.
To you.
That's cool. You done?
To an NFL mind. Like,
wait, so answer this for me. So y'all only going based off of Devontae Smith's first year as a rookie, what he did. Like,
no,
so y'all saying that Devontae Smith is not
Warren.
That was never clarified. No, Warren.
I just want to cook.
No.
I just want to cook. I was just waiting for my turn.
It's not rookie year. It's rookie year.
Drew, let DV talk. You keep interrupting.
No, because blessed, I keep butting in and all that. So I'm trying to let people talk before I go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with Devontae Smith, right? Think about it like this, right? You know, because no, that's the wrong way. This way, yeah. TP Wade likes to bring up AJ Brown. We not nothing without AJ Brown, and we have yet.
I never said y'all were nothing.
No. Listen, hear me out. Because you said, well, the offense without AJ Brown or Jalen Hurts without AJ Brown, we have yet to see that. You said that to Leo, the last live.
But hold on. I also finished it by saying a full body of work. I said I have yet to see a full body of work. I've seen him in games. For example, I think the second game y'all played us, Devontae, it was only Devontae. Yeah. So, like, I've seen him in games, but I have not seen the full season of Devontae and Devontae only. And
So
I'm not counting the early years because to Leo's point, I think that it's a little unfair because you're taking away their veteranship now. So I don't necessarily count that, and good thing I don't, right? Because
but some of those accolades that Devontae has the rookie receiving record for the team. And you said that
hey, somebody
it's
a feed. Yeah, it's a feed.
Somebody mic check. All right,
I'm here.
Yeah. So whatever when you cited Malik Nabers' accolades, one of those accolades was he's the leading wide receiver in yards for the team, right?
Leader receptions in the league.
In receptions, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like there's a Devontae is that here.
But he's talking about the league though, bro.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No. He said the Giants. He said his team.
Right. He did both. So listen, he was the NFL single season rookie wide receiver record with 109 receptions. That's the lead.
Yeah. Yes. But that was one of the other things you
But he also was the Giants single season as well.
Right. And so is, and I'm saying in that aspect, as far as like the team records, Devontae holds team records too. And that's all I was making.
Hey, where's that feedback coming from? I'm hearing it, but I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from.
Yeah, I'm
muting my white mic. I don't know.
So.
Mic check. It's not me. Because it's only me talking.
Mike, check.
One, two.
Michael Jordan, Mike Jackson, Mike Tyson.
Mike.
Anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, action,
Yeah.
back gun, ridiculous, and I'm quick to bust if my ends you touch. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think us three is good.
All right, I don't hear it
testing.
anymore.
Yeah, I was muted when it was going on.
No, it's
Is
you.
that me?
It's you. Yeah, it's you, Drew.
Hold on.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, we can hear you, Warren. Now we don't hear it. So, Drew, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. No, now we hear it again. Wait a minute. Warren, where are you at?
I'm at a hotel, bro.
Nah,
I don't think it's me.
Hold on. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna come back.
this. All right,
Hey,
mic
Drew,
check,
you
mic
on?
check, mic
You
check.
on, Drew?
Yeah,
Mic
can
check,
y'all hear
mic
me?
check. Mic check. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Warren, I think.
It was Warren.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was me.
it definitely was Warren. I know it. He's at the Hyatt. The Hyatt be trying. They MAGA, bro. Like it's Warren. I'm joking. I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
Yeah, it's Warren. Is you Warren?
What does it sound like?
It like we can hear the
It's
feed
just
coming back.
feedback, yeah.
Well, I can hear echoing on y'all's end too. That's my thing.
Really?
Yeah.
It's I think it's a little better
I've been
right
hearing,
now.
Yeah,
I've been
I
hearing
can hear it
echoing the
now.
whole time. I just ain't calling it out.
Where did Leo go? Leo, you're the host.
No, I just
Okay.
went backstage. I just wanted to see if it was me. So I'm
Okay,
gonna go
okay.
backstage and then y'all talk.
No,
It's not,
it's not.
testing.
Yeah,
Hello?
it's not Leo.
Yo.
Deshaun Jackson, Brian Westbrook.
Definitely not me.
Dakota
Hold on,
Rain
hold on.
Prescott.
Hold on.
No?
Hold
All
on.
right.
Gotti.
TP, I'm gonna put you.
Gotti.
It's Warren.
Warren.
Drew,
Yeah.
I can't.
It's Warren.
I can't stand. I can't.
Gotti. Gotti.
That's not gonna help them win at all. Like I don't even know
Gotti.
why he came up with that. Like I don't even.
Dak is a
Oh.
clown.
Yo.
Dak is a clown.
You know what's so funny? Because the show with Nick and the other guy and all that. Like
Oh,
he
Nick
was
Wright.
like, yo, I'm happy that he came out with that. I am excited. He's sitting up there with a little bit of swag and all that. I'm like, what? Like
Stupid.
Gotti is not it, bro. Like y'all, bro, y'all gonna get shut down, bro.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. Like, I'm with you. I think it's definitely corny, but if you win, you can turn corny into some fire shit. If they win, I guarantee. Like, if they were like
Y'all played on week. Hey, TP way. Y'all played on week 1, dog. Yo,
Nah,
you shouldn't have
I'm
that
not saying.
shit.
No. I'm not saying that they're going to like win this season. I'm just saying like if you could turn corny shit to some fire shit if you win games. That's all I'm saying. Like,
But TP, you can't
Cowboys
do
had
that 11 years
3
in the league.
decades to
dude.
do this.
Yeah,
They had
you
3 decades
11
to do
years in the
this.
league. Come on, bro.
But
you said what?
You know, listen, TP way. You got me when you sat up there and say, "Hey, we won in this decade. We won early too." I couldn't rebuttal that because y'all did, and y'all
Yeah.
beat the Patriots,
Mm-hmm.
but the Cowboys didn't in 3 decades.
Oh, for sure.
The
For
last time the Cowboys won, I was 9 going on 10.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I was
It's
9
just-
going on 10, TPA. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That
I was at high school going to college. I was actually in college, and
Yo.
and I'll be 52 in February.
Leo. I talked to you over the phone, and when I was like, "Yo, you was a little bit off when you was on TP Wade channel because he had the 2 Cowboys content creators, and I understood why he had the 2 Cowboys content creators, and I'm sitting here like, yo, they shouldn't be doing nothing but talking about the expectations for their season, because
Exactly.
for 3 decades they haven't done anything, right?
Yeah.
And then when they faced the Giants, it was always a tight game. When they faced the Commanders, it was always a tight game. The only reason why they was in the game, the first game last season with us, because of Spitgate, because that spit first said what he said to Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter did what he did, and then the
Yeah.
rest is history.
Facts.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So now this year, when we play Dakota Rain is going to probably be on his backside a lot, because these guys got paid, and Jalen Carter is not going to sit up there and do what he did last season. He's really not.
I agree
So
with
I am
that.
excited about that. I'm excited about that. Now,
I'm just
with
not
the
sold on that
Giants,
defense.
y'all need to sit up there and beat them week 1. I'm telling y'all, like,
You
you
got
beat
one
week 1.
job, TP.
You listen, TP Way. If you sit up there and y'all beat the Cowboys week 1, I believe everything that you're saying. Like, I'm
Yeah, I'm with you.
I would sit up.
You got one job.
I
TP,
would
TP.
sit up there.
I
got
shut the
one
fuck
job.
up. Y'all win week 1. I
I'm
shut
throwing
the
your
fuck
channel.
up.
You
I
got
would.
one
Right,
I'm
job.
on your channel. I go to your channel and be like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm with you. Y'all
But
got
King,
the best defense. That,
You do.
Jackson Dart is the best quarterback, and I believe everything you saying until you play us.
But no,
Man,
but look, listen.
that game is
be
huge,
serious.
though.
But
how do
let's be
you
serious.
how do you feel like the Giants can beat the Cowboys? Like, what do you think
I
y'all
love
need to
that
do to be
question.
able to beat them?
That's a good ass question. This is what I think we need to do. Time of possession, right? Like, we need to play our game. Run the ball, keep the ball in our hands, limit the 3 and outs, like time of possession. That's one. Defensively, we gotta play our game better than they play their game. They're gonna put the ball in the air. That's a given. They have that dynamic offensive, passing game. But what I feel like where we can capitalize is let's have some tricky, witty, fiery blitz packages. Get after Dak until the clock says 0-0-0-0. Like, I want my dogs to be absolute dogs this game. We have Orville Reese, who is very good at pass rushing. Abdul Carter, who's very good at pass rushing.
don't talk about him enough.
Brian Burns, very good at pass rushing. Kayvon Thibodeau's underrated. Like, I feel like if you let the dogs be dogs, then now we could really do something. And it's a home game for us. So
Yeah.
have the momentum. Take advantage of the momentum. Like, it's week 1. Everybody's gonna be turned. Everybody is in the Giant hype. Take advantage of it. So I
me
mean,
ask you
I think
something.
that's how it happens, yo.
Let me ask you this, man. Because I did do the I listen, man. I might tease and we might go back and forth and everything like that, but I have you here because I do, at the end of the day, I do want to learn. You know what I'm saying? And so I did the research and everything and looked at all the stuff that you were talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys lost like 5 games by 3 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And a total of like 7 games by less than 7. You know what I'm saying? Or 9 games by less than 7. It's something weird. So to your point, y'all have been, especially if we're looking at last year's stats, that evidence. But let's take last year's evidence. I totally understand from what place you're coming from when you say the things that you are saying, and it is sound. Okay, it is sound. That being said, is this year's strength of schedule stronger or weaker for you guys than last year? Forget the NFC East. I'm just talking about the rest of the what y'all have to go through, because I'm asking not because I already know the answer, but because I would think, like, I think I don't know, but I would think you would know. Is this
Oh
year's
yeah.
schedule easier or harder than last year's for you?
I would say easier, but
Then
I
that's
think
why. Okay, now I
yeah.
see why you feel. Now I see. You're absolutely right. If let's say, those things, the reasons why you guys didn't actually win those games that you were in. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And let's say those things get fixed. Yeah, I see why you would think the way that you would think. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a sound way of thinking, but it also is contingent upon, like you said, health, and also your coaching. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just think, and I think what you're saying is that John Harbaugh has the potential to have the same kind of impact in year one that Mike Vrabel had in year one in New England. So it feels like that's what you're predicting. You know what I'm saying? That the turnaround for you, just because what what Harbaugh is inheriting is a much better looking product than what Vrabel inherited. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so, to be honest with you, when you look at it that way, it does make for a very interesting storyline to pay attention to as the season plays out. You know what I'm saying? But had you not come here and told me those things, I wouldn't have never really looked it up. You know what I'm saying? To say, oh, okay, wait a minute. Now, overall, you know what I'm saying? You're right. Well, you're wrong. The gap is not closed. Okay, the gap is so not closed. I understand what you're thinking, but what Vrabel did last year and making it to the Super Bowl, that's not the norm. That's not a normal regular thing. It does happen. It happens probably maybe if we look back, it probably happened more often than we think. But it's just that's not. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? That should be something you can hope for it, but to rest on that, bruh, that's where I think that's where we feel like I feel. Well, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I feel like that's part of where where I think the disconnect comes from, because that's insane. You know what I'm saying? Now,
It
one
isn't
last
insane though. Like that's the
I
thing. There's a reason as to why, and I think people need to understand this, right? Like there's a reason why John Harbaugh came to the Giants.
mm-hmm.
Like he had his choices laid out on the table, and the Giants was the most attractive job because of the future and the talent and what it could be. So like it's not that I'm literally comparing us to the Patriots to where like I'm thinking Super Bowl, but
Mm-hmm.
no, like I'm saying it's comparing us, like you said, to close that gap. Like that's what the mission
That's what the goal
is.
is. Yeah.
That's what the
Right.
goal is.
Yeah.
And
The-
then, go ahead, Bumpo, go
no, no,
ahead,
no.
man.
I was gonna say the only thing why I feel like it's hard to say that for y'all in comparison to the Patriots. One thing the Patriots has been doing for the last several years, they've been having really good off seasons, bro.
Yep.
Them and the Seahawks. They've had
Yep.
really good off seasons. And they've been building a lot of pieces. They just needed the right person in place.
How
Like, think
come we
about it. They
haven't?
got Milton Williams. No, 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 but think about it. They picked up Milton Williams from us. Like Milton Williams made an impact, bro. That whole last
Immediate.
season, Milton Williams made an impact. They made a lot of off season moves with free agency and the draft. So did the Seahawks too.
Yep.
So I'm looking at, and this is my thing on the Giants. The way I can see the Giants come out and surprising everybody this season is
Mm-hmm.
if they come in and out physical everybody. If
Yeah.
y'all may not be the most talented team, but if y'all come out fit, like that's how you beat the Cowboys, bro. You
I
got to
agree.
out physical the
Yeah.
Cowboys. If y'all
Yeah.
come in like that, y'all boys would be something they gonna talk about that Monday morning.
And,
Yeah.
Now,
and
Hey,
if
you're
y'all don't,
literally you're,
that's going, yeah, like that's where y'all fall off. Because one thing that I will say that separates us from everybody in the division, we got the secondaries.
yeah,
We got the
Yeah.
secondaries for y'all. I don't think we would be talking this spicy if we didn't have the secondaries that we got.
it's
Facts.
true. That
Like
is true. That
we
is true.
got dogs, bro.
That is
Like,
true.
yeah,
Well,
y'all may
yeah.
have burnt Quinion, y'all may have burnt Coop a few times, but y'all know it ain't gonna happen a second time.
Nah.
And you and the Giants,
Y'all's wide receivers have a better chance of having a bad day at the office coming up against our secondary.
Facts.
but Warren, you're which everything you said, except for I'll argue the draft point, but everything you said about us, 100%. And if you even go back to the stream that me and Leo did, Leo can tell you, you're parroting everything that I said. I literally said we have to out physical our NFC
said
East
punch us in the
opponents.
face. Yup, he
But
did.
y'all
Yes,
know, but
like
you know how you get that though, right? It comes with coaching. So with Harbaugh,
Hmm.
did he make the Ravens be an out? Did they out physical their opponents whenever the Ravens played?
yes, for sure,
Absolutely.
for sure.
So then he can possibly bring that over to the Giants. That's what I'm saying. So if he can do that, bro, y'all might be winning some games y'all probably ain't supposed to.
And
But I can. What's that?
and Warren, the Cowboys, the Cowboys fans ought to really look at their history because again, you know what I'm saying, what they did is the same thing that the Giants did. You know what I'm saying? They hired the same person. They hired CP. You know what I'm saying? John Harbaugh is the New York version of Christian Parker. You know what I'm saying? He was here for 10 years.
Yeah,
You know,
but I think John
Yeah.
Harbaugh's had
He
he
come with
has
more
more
cachet.
accolades though.
Yeah, he come
and
with
John
more
Harbaugh
and
has
cachet.
that's
more
why I said,
accolades
and
to it.
that's why I said, Cowboy fans, because
But
if you want a living example of what CP could be, no further than New York.
well, and this is another thing that we got to find
Another
out about
DB coach,
CP
another
is
DB coach who became a head coach and was successful.
so
No,
John
he was
Harbaugh was a
special
CB
teams.
Bro,
coach.
he was our DB's coach for 10. What the fuck,
No,
man?
no,
He was our
no.
DB's coach for 10
No,
years.
he was special teams.
And
He was special
DBs.
teams.
Okay.
Was it
Well,
DB?
at
I
the
thought
end
it
of
was.
the day,
Yeah,
we don't.
yeah.
One thing we can all agree on: John Harbaugh has shown that he can be a leader of men. We don't know that
Yes.
yet with CP yet.
Right.
We don't know that. So
That's
that's the
facts.
one piece we got to find out. So and hey, like I said, bro, if y'all can come in out physical in a lot of these teams, because I think that's how the Commanders got away with a lot of their games, and to get to the NFC
Yeah, the
championship.
shit.
They out physicaled a lot of teams, bro, and we really didn't know what Jaden Daniels was really capable of doing. So who really knows what could happen? But at the end of the day, I don't know what pieces y'all have brought in to build in like that to make y'all kind of close that gap. But I still look at y'all secondaries and I say y'all still got a lot more room. Like y'all still
Yeah.
Yeah.
got a lot more pieces
That
to fill.
no,
Y'all need that
that
secondary, bro.
I don't look at it like that. I think yeah, our corner position group is not the strongest. Our safety group, I'm confident in. But that's not our bread and butter. Like I like everything we did underneath. I'm not mad at it at all. And that's where I
Hmm.
feel like we've really
Mm-hmm.
built a good
Mm-hmm.
like nucleus there. Like we address the trenches and we're better on an offensive line that we have been in a long ass time. And y'all know this because our offensive line has been completely terrible,
Yeah.
at times. Last year we had a top 10 offensive line. I only see it getting better. You know what I mean? So I think that we have addressed certain areas of our team, and that's not me in any way saying that we're where we need to be, not at all. But I think that we have made like the right moves to finally be able to compete in this division.
Can,
Mm.
let me.
And I
Can
want to say I got two more things because I gotta head out. But Speaking of just Dallas week 1 and just why I believe like we can compete in this division is Harbaugh's record against NFC East teams right now is at 13-8.
Yeah, it's true.
4-1 versus Dallas, 3-2 versus Philly, 3-2 versus Washington, 3-3 versus us. So like I have that confidence that he has the nucleus to know how to beat and compete in this division. That's one. And two, my question for y'all, because I want to actually hear from y'all, is I'm hearing things about the Eagles like inheriting this new offense, right? Now, I know how it could get a little tricky on X and Twitter. I don't really like rely on certain sources from there. I want to know from y'all where y'all stand with that, and how do y'all feel like Hurts is adjusting to that, and how do y'all feel it actually is right now?
Well, the most recent talk was today was a bad day for the offense during training camp today. You know, it wasn't that good of a day. To be honest with you, I know that sounds like I like when things aren't happening according to plan on the 5th or 6th day of training camp, because you want that. Like if there's a way to make the mistakes, you learn from the mistakes, you learn from the bad days. You want to stack more good days on top of bad days, but at the same time, you want those mistakes to happen now, because we're getting acclimated to a new offense. So I like that, I'll leave it to the rest of the guys to fill in the rest of the blanks. Go ahead, DV.
All right, so I was going to let Drew go. I don't know if Drew had something to say because Drew was on with me earlier. I don't know what his intake was.
No, I'm not concerned really, with the flow of how things are going, because there's a couple things. I know that Jalen Hurts is locked in, and I have confidence that above all, he not only wants to be successful, but he wants his offense to be successful. And I think he's going to do everything that he needs to do so. And this is not a new position for him, a new offense, learning a new way to play, and having to implement to that, because he's been doing it every year, and we've seen success even on our down years. It's like 11 wins, right? So I'm confident in that matter. And like Leo was saying, I didn't trip off of them having a rough day, because they're playing probably a top 3 defense in the league. So if you're playing a top 3 defense in the league every day, and you're implementing a new system, a new scheme, then
it's supposed to look like that.
It's supposed to look like that. So that means I'm confident. So, every Sunday we're not playing a top 3 defense. So how good is this team really? How good is the offense really? There's still question marks, and I'm excited to see what that looks like. I'm excited to see, because I do believe that this is like we're going to see the evolution of Jalen Hurts, and I think we're going to see him continue to grow, because he's going to have a continued system. So when I heard that, the struggles today, wasn't concerned, rather excited, because I know who they're playing against. And still, even in today, Jalen was able to get off a few things and get a couple balls. Like Darius Cooper has been balling out, and it's been like, really, really putting in work with a lot of these the D-backs, and with the defense that we have. If Darius is out there cooking, then man, I'm excited about it. So yeah, I'm good with it. And look, TP, I'm gonna say this and pass it to my brothers. X, WIP, Jacob Media, don't go to those dudes.
Elliott Shore Parks.
Yeah, don't.
If you see anything from Elliott Shore Parks,
don't listen.
That's
the
the
one.
WIP for you.
Hey, TP, that was the one that he was the one that did the Deshaun Jackson is a gang member.
Yeah. Don't listen to those dudes.
Like sometimes, and I know because you're not a fan or whatever, sometimes things that you hear, you don't know to question who actually is saying it. There's a big discrepancy between the local media and the
Right.
actual fan base.
That's a fact. Because
And
yeah.
so you're starting to see a little bit of the cracks and everything
Right.
like that, especially now. So if you see, especially Elliott Shore Parks and Dan Salio, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
they're very toxic, but the
That's
They
where
dog-
Cowboys get their Eagles news.
Yeah, they do a lot of dog whistling.
We all have
rage
them.
baiting.
We all have
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But listen,
I'm just pointing them out to you, so you know.
Yeah, of course. Look, I do got to get up out of here, right? I got to get the kids ready for school tomorrow.
And
But
you got
listen,
PT
man.
in the morning, don't you?
yeah, man.
Yeah, and I definitely do.
Fuck that.
Hopefully, hopefully they send me on my way. But
Wait a minute, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? So was that a run day? Yeah. Yeah.
You know it.
Oh, sorry, big
But
son.
look.
Hey, thank you for your service. God damn it.
Yeah, we appreciate
go
you,
get them
TP.
kids to bed, get your ass to bed, and hydrate, motherfucker.
Mad respect, man.
Start
Mad
drinking
respect.
tonight. You know, hey, that's why I started to tell my soldiers, hey, y'all better drink tonight, God damn it. Or run. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man. Hey,
Do they know
always
you
good.
do this?
Nah.
Bro.
Yeah, keep that on the
Yeah,
key.
they don't need to-
Yeah, don't need, man. Keep
What
that.
the fuck? You gonna
He already catching strays. He don't need no more.
Yeah.
Oh,
But listen. I want to say this, man. Of course, New York Giants salute to everybody, man. That's in the chat.
Real right.
I was trying to keep up with the chat a little bit. It's hard because it's running so crazy. But on my Giant, on my Giant soldiers that was in there. Look, man, I appreciate y'all. Wait for holding it down. Joe, I see you. Appreciate you. And I'm gonna leave on this, right? Cause I seen something I ain't liking. Somebody try to give me a little jab. Dallas, I know that y'all love to bring up the whole Dak. You know, he got our number, right? Because that's true. He does. Dak has historically been whooping our ass. But make sure you tell this part of the story that Jackson Dart is undefeated versus Dallas. So make sure you tell that part, all right? See y'all week 1, Dallas. Fellas, it's been real. And, hey, I see my man, who's that?
All right.
Void, shout out to Void. Appreciate it for the sub, bro. Appreciate it.
No
Good
doubt.
night, fellas. Good night.
All right,
Good night.
hey, thanks,
I'ma
take
holler
it
at
Easy,
y'all.
man. God
Take
bless,
it easy,
brother.
bro.
Hey,
Sorry.
come back anytime, bro.
Of course.
All right, y'all. So look, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
Can I
DV.
go real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, DV. I'm sorry.
So how we go? Like he asked a question about the training camp and how it's going so far and all that, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about and I believe Eagles Drew was on the channel when I was talking about it. It's all context, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people like to look at it as Jalen Hurts had a bad day, the office had a bad day. Yes, they did. With the penalties and the miscommunication with QB1. But if QB1 connect all those connections and all that, we'd be having a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing that happened all 2025 with AJ Brown not running his routes completely, long drawn out routes from the offensive coordinator that was called and all those other things. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really talk about if it was a bad day from the offense and all that, and it's always a team sport, but at the end of the day, the national media, the local media, and all that, they like to pick on QB1. They like to pick on the offense because they want the offense to be jumping out the window because we got Sean Mannion at the helm now, and it's not going to be that. Think about it. There was plenty of times today alone, they said that it was only Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Tyler Steen, and Dotavian Wicks that was a starter at on offense. So why are we sitting up there talking about QB1 or the offense losing today? We should be bigging up the defense.
Absolutely.
Has been consistent. Yes, of course. They had Vic Fangio, Clint Hurt, and those guys for multiple years. This offense is learning a new system. Lane Johnson and the red zone drills are the one-on-ones. Lane Johnson, Landon Dickinson, Cam Jurgens, or Jordan Mailata was not in the vicinity of that red zone drill. Basically, they weren't. So it's all about context. Then you got Shipley dropping the pass.
Right.
You got Davian Wicks dropping the pass.
Dropping passes, yeah.
You
A
got-
lot of drop passes.
You got who else? Elijah Moore dropped the pass as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta take it into
Like you said,
context.
context. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, we want them to make mistakes because that's
Real
only
quick,
how they're going to get better.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
only how they're going to
Now-
get better.
Real
No,
quick,
no,
Sure.
no, no, no.
real
Warren,
quick,
Warren,
shout out to
Warren.
shout out to
Go
Linda
ahead.
Kynes with the $5 super chat. She said most Eagles media have been hired out of market and are Giants fans. Facts.
That's big facts.
And then shout out to Gene with the $2 super
What's
chat.
up,
What
Gene?
fellas?
Good to see you,
You know
darling.
what I'm saying? Go ahead, DV. I apologize, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. Like,
No,
I'm sorry.
no,
to
you
cut
got,
off.
you got.
It's the
your
super
show,
chat.
bro.
Yeah.
It's your show. I'm just happy to be here, bro. It's your show. No, seriously. On a serious note,
Oh wait, hold up.
it's more. What's going on?
Oh, hey, Joe, shoot me an email at birdsection2023@gmail.com.
Yeah, what up, Joe?
Because DV, I was hearing the same thing that you were hearing, that they were sitting a lot of the starting O linemen and they were bringing the second team in, so that's why it was looking a lot sloppy. I forgot who these guys are. It's two guys, they're reporters, and they're both Eagles fans. But I watch them. I hear what they say about practice. Man, like the only thing, they probably don't get that many views just because they are very like monotone. They don't have that much energy when they talk. But bro, they're speaking into detail everything that they're seeing. And that was one of the things they said. The O line, like they literally took a rest, and the second team came in.
Right.
Mikael Bell has been good in the second team offensive line. They said Darius Cooper has been showing out, and that he's been playing better than Johnny Wilson. And they've been
Yep.
saying Dontavian Wicks and Elijah Moore. So
Yep.
it's good. It's good that they're doing something right now as wide receivers.
Yeah.
So
And-
hopefully when Lemon comes in and Devontae, it's a good little mesh.
Yeah.
And Warren, if I'm not mistaken, 2 days ago they were saying the guard from Georgia we picked up, Morris.
Michael Bell. Oh,
Morris.
No more.
Michael Morris.
They said he was showing out the other day too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So what? Earlier when I was like doing my live play-by-play on the training camp and everything like that, Drew was there, Fells was there. Shout out to Bros. Art was
out.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know if Leo was there. Leo probably was just like just as the quiet assassin. Just looking at everything.
In the cut.
But
I'm on iodine status.
but I am high on Darius Cooper. I think that Darius
Me
Cooper,
too.
like I don't like the
Baby
fact
AJ.
that the offense.
Check your email, Leo. Check your email.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
just sent it. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't like that. Latavian Wicks, Hollywood Brown, and Covey was the starters at the beginning.
Yeah.
I wanted Darius Cooper in the slot. I wanted Latavian Wicks where he was, and I wanted Elijah Moore, on the outside. Because with the Buffalo Bills and the Jets, he was on the outside.
Mhm.
Why not have that way? You know what I'm saying? Why Covey? Why Darius Cooper has been putting on the whole 5 training camps.
Yeah, he's been putting on.
Why are we not playing him more? I feel like that Johnny Wilson is going to be a practice squad wide receiver. I think we're going to have wide receivers. I said this on my live. I said it's going to be Smitty. It's going to be Daltamian Wicks. Mekhi Lemon has to play because he's the first round
he'll be on the team. Yeah.
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah. Cooper.
Cooper and I think Covey only because of special teams.
Yeah.
God,
I don't
hope
think
not.
Covey should. I don't think Covey should be in the rotation as
As a
an
wide
offensive
receiver,
player.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
know what I'm
so.
saying?
just
Right.
special teams. I got you.
I would
Right.
rather see more. I'd rather see Elijah Moore over Covey.
Right. So what I'm saying is that, you know, with that, and then also you didn't have Jordan Mailata, you didn't have Landon Dickerson, you didn't have Cam Jurgens in red zone situations. It was just Tyler Steen as the starter that was out there, and then you had Markel Bell out there. Then you some
Yeah.
snaps. Then you had Fred Johnson some snaps. It wasn't no starters there, so of course the offense is not going to look like how it looked. Think about it. They had five penalties in the red zone, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's all about context. Like, yeah, you could say, yeah, Jalen Hurts threw an interception to Michael Carter II, but what was the context? The context was Hollywood Brown didn't run his route. Hollywood Brown stopped his route, and then when he found out that the ball was going to him, he tried to sprint, and it was too late. Michael Carter II caught the interception. So was that really on Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Or was that on the receiver? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just
right.
like
No, I see what you're saying.
Right.
couple days ago, like a couple days ago, you got Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore is in the slot because Mekhi Lemon wasn't practicing then. So then it's like, all right, he's in the slot. So he was expecting Elijah Moore to go one way. Elijah Moore went the other way. He threw it. It was a pick six for Q.
Right.
Was that on the QB or was that on? That's what I'm saying. Like you can't grade the quarterback on route mistakes or anything like that. My whole thing coming into this camp, and I was excited about Jalen Hurts bringing everybody to Orlando and try to, you know, pitch a catch with them and all that, right? But the whole thing about this camp is that I need everybody, and you know, Devontae Smith, I'm not really worried about with that with the hamstring injury and all that because he got the chemistry with QB1. I get that. With Mekhi Lemon is something to raise your eyebrows about because he does not have that chemistry with QB1.
Are y'all concerned about Lemon so far? With the hamstrings and the injuries and all that?
So like I said, the only thing I'm concerned about, and I'm gonna let everybody else go, but what I'm concerned about is him not having that many reps with QB1 in training camp, because it's going to happen in game because you know you're a first round draft pick. You're going to play some snaps, so you're going to have to mesh with the offense. Mekhi Lemon needs that. And I feel like that, you know, because we struggled last year and all that, we're banking on him as fans, as the organization, as Hobby Roseman, basically putting it out there that, you know, Sherman decided that, hey, we need to go receiver first round draft pick. He needs that. So Mekhi Lemon needs to be ready week 1 against the Commanders. He does.
I don't disagree.
I can even see if they just sit him for the preseason and just be like, let's just double down on this injury just to make sure that you're actually healthy.
Out of an abundance of caution.
So I can see that.
See, I don't see that. I don't see Warren. Sorry to cut you off, but I don't see that because you're a rookie coming into the NFL, bro. Like the speed is different on an NFL, just like me, Warren, and our chat earlier. Not Warren, I'm sorry, Drew. Our chat earlier was talking about it, whereas though that Mekhi Lemon is not the fastest person out there, but he can separate. He yards after catch, in-game speed is great, but speed-wise, he's not the best. So with the hamstring injury and us being like really cautious about it and all that, the connection with QB1 on top of that, you know,
and learning the system too.
Just learning the system and all that, because you know they talked to him about that, and he was more like Um,
I'm learning.
yeah,
it.
I like what they throwing at me. I want them to throw more at me and all that, but you got to be available to actually equip all that into your arsenal to the point where this is why we drafted you that high. You know what I'm saying? My eyebrows is raised because I'm like, you're a rookie. You have to be ready. Period. Especially because you're first round. If you was third round, I probably wouldn't be talking like this. Your first round draft pick on, think about it. It's an emotional standpoint from Philadelphia Eagles fans. We can all sit up there and say it doesn't matter and all that, but it does.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that Mekhi Lemon is replacing AJ Brown. What I'm saying is Mekhi Lemon is the glue almost to, because you already know what Smitty's going to bring, but he's the glue to what the rest of the arsenal of the wide receiver core is supposed to bring for this offense of Sean Mannion to work. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
All right, now look, y'all, coming to the stage. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell y'all something. My man looked like he about to walk up in here, guns blazing. So
No, he's not.
Put your
He Eagles fan? Is he an Eagles fan? He an Eagles fan or he a Dallas Cowboys fan or whatever?
Yeah, King. No,
we got Joe the Pro, the Mossy in the
What's up,
building.
What's up? How you guys doing?
Joe?
Thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for having me on.
My man, look out, yo. He oh wow. Okay, Joe, give it to us. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you got on your mind,
sir.
Joe? I'm sure you heard some
I
shit
mean,
you ain't like.
yeah, but I mean, hey, what are we gonna do about it? You guys, like TP said, you guys are the ones on top. I mean, we're trying to compete to get to y'all at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You guys have won the division twice in a row, but you know, I hope Dallas surprises people this year. That's all.
Yeah, talk to us nice, Joe. Tell us something, Joe. How
Hey,
do you
man,
feel about no, listen. How do you feel about y'all training camp? Like I'm trying to, do what Leo does. You know what I'm saying? I want to jump the gun and start doing what I do. I want you to talk your talk, and I want to know how your training camp is going for you.
Real quick, Joe, if you want to, man, go ahead and hook your channel up, man. Plug in. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
for sure. Yeah, I will.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Connect it up.
For sure, thank you. And I think training camp's been going good. I mean, it's only been a couple days, to be honest with you. But I think it's been going good. Eberflus didn't have any connection. Matt Eberflus was the DC last year. He didn't have any connection with the players, and I think that's one reason Cowboy fans are hyping up Parker so much, is because Parker actually tries to create a connection with these players. He's a kind of a younger coach in a way. Yeah. So I think bringing him in and giving him time is what's most important. You know what I mean? I mean, because some of the players out in the defense aren't his players. You know what I mean? So we have to figure out his type of player, and then we'll see. I think.
Do you like your camp?
I think we have. Yes, I think we have the roster right now where our defense can be considered average to below average, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? And I think we made a lot of improvements in positions last year.
Yeah.
Okay,
so Joe's a sensible. He, you know what I'm saying? I respect that, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be delusional, man. I mean, I ain't even seen an NFC championship yet, so.
How old are you, Joe?
I'm 24.
Fuck!
You 24, bro? You young, man.
Yep.
Damn, I didn't know you were 24, bro.
I knew he was 24. You know why? Because since he got on camera, he basically wiped his head so many times and all that. Yeah, he's 24.
Hey, I'm gonna be right back, fellas. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Warren.
Hey, but I like to hang out with with people older than I am. I always have. So
I got you.
Joe is an old soul, man, and Joe's one of my guys, man. I rock with Joe, because
Joe cool, man.
Yeah, he's sensible.
He kept it simple.
Yeah, and we don't know, like, we're just going off of what we see, we don't really know, what Dallas. I think Dallas has improved.
I do too.
I just don't think that they've improved to the levels that some fandom guys are saying, and they could. I don't know. I just don't see the horses yet. I think next year is when we'll see that jump the defense really makes, and where it's like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing, because CP has some of his guys. Some of those guys aren't CP. Some of those guys are playing, out
Exactly.
of scheme. Some of those guys
exactly.
are really 4-3 linebackers or 4-3 defensive ends, and they're asked to play in a different scheme. And it's not that they can't, but some players might be comfortable playing in this scheme, like Overshown. Overshown is a great talent. When he's healthy, that kid he's a star, man. Being healthy is the key, but he's really a safety playing linebacker. And then when you're playing linebacker in a 3-4, especially at the mic, that you're going to be asked to tussle with guys that are 320, 330, that's going to be coming for you. And I don't want to see the kid hurt no more. I don't. And I'm not wishing that. But if you're asking this kid to do that on a consistent basis, and you're going against dudes that are like, almost twice your weight, it's not good. You know what I mean? So I just think that Dallas's interior is tight. The interior defense is tight. Clark, Quinnen, top tier. Safeties, good safeties. But it's the edges where I have question. Linebacker I have question, and corners is where I have questions. So, and again, I think Dallas will do better, but the schedule gauntlet is tough, man. It's so tough. And
I don't think it's a bad thing, man. I really don't, because like us or you guys are going to be tested when we come out of this division. You know what I mean? But I had a question for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm kind of going to go a little off topic, but what do you guys think about Washington? Do you guys think they could surprise people or no?
No.
Okay.
No. I think I wouldn't give them surprise. Because what they're doing is they're still. I'm sorry, the fan base is still living off of 2 years ago. Hard.
That's true. I just think I think they're desperate for Dan Quinn, and they'll play for him. That's what I just think they're.
But
yeah,
I don't think they've done enough to protect Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? And I've said time and time again, until they put pads on his mama, they're not going to be able to protect him. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah.
The second thing is, Joe, them motherfuckers got a lot of money.
They do got a lot of
money. On defense too. They brought in a lot of free agents that I wanted Dallas to get on defense.
They got a lot, but even with what they brought in, they still got a lot of money with the cap. I mean, a lot. So they're also what I would classify to be in a multiple years long rebuild. You know what I'm saying? They have more question marks in positions on both sides of the ball than Dallas has just on the defense. Because when I think about Dallas, I'm only primarily really just looking at their defense, and saying, okay, where they have the question marks and stuff like that. This offense is not the one you want to see with those kinds of question marks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another year, probably. You know what I'm saying? Because I could see there being a much more heavier investment in terms of the draft and getting younger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the positions that Drew was saying there's question marks at. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see, because here's the thing. If you take out Giants, TP sounds just like a Cowboys fan. You know what I'm saying? They want to see, they're thinking the same thing, because I hear it all the time. The Patriots won 3 games and then they went to the Super Bowl the next year. Why can't that be us?
Right.
Even I've heard that you guys had shitty defense in 22, and then you guys went all the way up to number 1 in 23. But I just, we don't have a Quinyon Mitchell or Cooper DeJean in our secondary. Yeah,
there's context.
We have a Caleb Downs and Jalen Thompson. That's better safeties than we've ever had in probably 10, 15 years.
Right.
But The corner, yeah, like Drew said, the corner and the edge, that's where I have questions. Not really the linebacker. I'm expecting D. Winters to come in and did what he did with San Francisco and just
Hey,
be
Joe.
solid. So
Hey,
I
Joe,
I don't
Joe,
question the linebacker, but I question the edge and corner for sure.
Joe, you hold your horses. You sat up there and said that you just sat up there and said that we had a bad defense in 2022.
Or it might have been 21. I know one year you guys went from 30 something to like first.
Yeah, when the
Yeah.
That was
when we brought in Vic Fangio.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
see,
okay,
there's context
yeah.
to that, Joe. There's and see, like a lot,
Again,
like you hear
context,
a
give it to 'em.
lot of Dallas fans say that. Well, you guys did it, but there's context to it. Even when Dallas did it too. Remember when you
Yeah,
guys,
they did with Quinn.
and
Yeah.
what I always
Yeah.
tell them, when you made that jump, you had who was on that team? You had what's the kid you guys just got rid of?
Micah?
You had Micah, you had Diggs, you had
Right.
players on that team. The same thing with the jump that we made. We still had like ballers on that team. It was just a coach coming in along with the draft picks, along with free agency to help us make that jump. It just wasn't like you just put a bunch of mercenaries together and then you made the jump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And Void and Logan are right. It was 23 where your defense wasn't that good, and then in 24 it jumped all the way up to number 1.
Right. And
Yeah,
it was
so that's what I was talking about, not 22.
in
Sorry.
certain plays,
Well,
I
I think it was like top. It wasn't number one because, who was number one that year? It wasn't the Eagles.
No, it was us. We broke the record.
You talking about 23 or 22?
No. I'm talking about 24. 24. It
24.
wasn't
Oh, yeah.
us. 20,
No, it
22.
was-
We broke we was in the record books, and then
Yeah,
that's
for the
why I was
sacks.
so
No,
pissed off because
we
Oh,
got the
okay.
record.
Yeah, I didn't mean 22.
No, we got the longest. We got the biggest jump from 30th to 1. That was 20.
Right. Yeah, that's what Cowboy fans have said.
That was
Yeah.
that was
That was
21. That was from 21 to 22. It wasn't 23 to 24.
No, the year we broke the record for the biggest jump was 24. That was Vic's first
Really?
year here. Yeah, it was 24.
The year we broke the record for what?
The biggest jump from we were 30th. We went from 30 to 1.
Yeah, to 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What year was that again? What year was that again?
23 to 24.
Yeah.
I got two questions for Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Number one. Me and Drew was talking about this on my live earlier. Why hasn't George Pickens been paid yet?
I think Jerry Jones wouldn't want to pay 2 receivers if the result is going to be 7 wins. Do you know what I mean? Like 2 receivers over 60 million if the result is only going to be 7 wins. I think Jerry wants to see the team thrive. I think Jerry and Steven, because I think Steven has his hands all over this, but I think they just want to see the team thrive and like honestly they want to see George prove another year, and then I think they'll either pay or trade him. I think
Okay, I mean that's solid.
depending on how this year goes. Yeah, because I just think if you do better this year, you can justify, I'm going to pay 2 receivers because we just did this. But if you have 7 wins, you can't pay 2 receivers like that. You know
Next
what
year
I mean?
they'll do what we'll
Yeah.
do at the wide receiver position, what we did at the defensive tackle position.
Yeah,
I do think that the way Jerry Jones is his mindset is right now is more so that it's more prove it before I dish out the money, because let's face it, when the Cowboys were winning and everything, I feel like that it was more so that was pre cap space, whereas though that he really didn't have he had a lot of leeway back then. Now it's more so like, okay, this person is asking for money and all that. Like Micah Parsons is young, so I'm like, I think it was smart for y'all to get rid of Micah Parsons only because I think that it helps y'all in the long run. Yet it wouldn't be smart if like right now situation, but in the long run it does help y'all. right?
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. Because you got Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and then we traded down with y'all, and that was the pick we had from the Packers. So we got
Right.
3 more players out of that deal. Yeah, so I agree with you, and
Right.
I think Micah's way overpaid at 40 something.
Yeah, because he hasn't even been available. But my second question
Yeah.
to you is, how are you viewing? Like, I know it's too soon because it's a lot of training camp and preseason left. How do you feel about week 1 against the Giants?
Mm.
You know, I'm confident. Dak has always diced up the Giants, like TP said, and I just think this year with us going into another year of under Clayton Adams, who was our offensive coordinator, I just think I think we're gonna do good against the Giants because I really think we can run up the middle with Javonte, and all they have is DJ Reader. I mean, double team him will be good. You know what I mean? So I'm confident. I think we can beat the Giants. Honestly, I'm more.
Yeah. So you don't think that front seven with Abdul Carter, Brian Branch, all these other guys that they got on the line. Kevin Thibodeau is still on the roster. You don't think that will cause a problem in the run game for y'all?
You know, I don't, because I'm really confident in our interior offensive line. I feel like they could just move those dudes. Yeah. And even it's going to be a good test for Guyton and Steele to be going against like elite pass rushers like Burns and Carter. You know what I mean? So, I think it'll be a close game. You know, it's an NFC East game. That's like a definite. Yeah, like it's the first game exactly. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Dallas will come out with the win.
Let me ask Leo and Drew a question, and Warren, because y'all play the Giants week 1, but we play the Commanders. How do y'all feel like the Commanders game will go? Knowing what we know throughout 5 training camps right now, not even going through joint practice and all that. How do y'all feel like that will go right now as a state right now against the Commanders? Do y'all think that we would have something to worry about with Sussman? Okay, I call him Sussman. I'm talking about Jaden Daniels because
Sussman is
the
crazy.
obvious.
Sussman.
Sussman is crazy.
I'm using that, yo. That's the
Wow.
Yo. Hey, everybody that's watching this right now,
Sussman
drop
is
a motherfucking
wild.
like. That was a bar, Sussman. I am
Sussman is
using
wild,
that.
King.
That is for
crazy.
thank you, King DV. That was his
Sorry.
get to the bird
That's
section.
hilarious.
I'm sorry, but that's what I call him because it's weird. But anyway, that's beyond the point.
That's that. He got that baby
The
boy
point is, it's still.
Sussman is crazy.
I said his mom need to put on pads. I'm saying, the way she was looking at that girl, and then she tore her Achilles. That was her mom putting an X.
Leo, the point is that we are playing a division rival too.
Right.
So how do y'all view that?
You want to go?
No, I'll go first. I think the offense is still going to be trying to get things right, but I think we will win just due to our defense.
Yeah.
I think our defense, it'll be a huge defensive win. I think for our first 4 games, we're going to rely heavy on the defense while the offense gets it right. And based off of how training camp is going right now, the only thing that I get by how the training camp is going right now is instead of us knowing what this team's going to look like by week 5, I give it till week 7. That's the only thing that I'm getting out of it, just because the chemistry and the injuries like Gennard, Lemon, just we need to figure out this whole injury thing and get that squared away. But that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Eagles will pull it out. I can see something like a 21-17 game, you know what I mean? Something like that, 24-17. Just like Warren said, just to give the offense that time to kind of gel. And, like you were saying earlier, King, I think the Eagles with the 90-man roster, you have to spread it around. you gotta get guys in. I heard Andy Dalton and Tanner McKee at the press conference today, and they had mentioned something about the coaches calling them in randomly. Like, okay, Andy, you go. All right, Tanner, you go. And they didn't know who was going to go, so they would just call them in randomly. I think once we get the 53 nailed down and they start practicing, doing those practice times, getting ready for that week, I think that's where we'll probably see Jalen and Lemon kind of get their chemistry together, and get that chemistry down. But I think it'll be a close game with Washington because it's a divisional game. And I think I could see something like a 24-17 win on their part, but I think it'll be a close game.
I would say I always count the first 4 weeks as, I call them stumbling, bumbling period for every team. And if there's ever a game, if there's one game where we are most sus to lose, and that's for any team, it's the first game.
Yeah,
that's for every team.
That's
in the
fair.
league. Your first game, regardless of how much of a powerhouse you may be or whatever, and listen, it's still it's still a tune-up game for us. To be quite honest with you, I didn't think about it in those terms, but I think Warren is correct. I may extend stumbling, bumbling period 2 more games. You see what I'm saying? Not to mention the fact that who's to say by week 6, week 7, you know what I'm saying? Just like last year, are we still fielding our full complement of weaponry? You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have that a lot for the last couple of years, even when, you know what I'm saying? And that's with AJ being on the team. Like, we didn't have a lot of games in the last couple of years where we had the full complement of weaponry. You know what I'm saying? And so that's something that I think when you look at the talent that we brought in terms of the wide receiver group, I don't think it's just because we want to replace AJ. It's just because I think what we do have is we have the it looks like we're trending to have the kind of wide receiver group so that no matter who's out for however long period of time, we do have enough competent.
We don't miss a beat.
Players at the wide receiver position that we could weather whatever storm there may be in that regard. Now, the thing is that whenever you talk about the Eagles' offense and everything like that, it's interesting because everyone knows we're a run first team, but you don't really hear a whole lot of conversation about the run game. In particular, like Joe, I don't know how much you're hearing about Tank Bisbee, but that motherfucker is that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I said last year you guys should have ran him more.
We did too. There was a lot about what we did last year. We should have did too. But you're absolutely.
But I have a question for all you guys, and it was kind of just going to build off that. Like, with you guys losing AJ on offense, and then, Phillips on defense, Dean and Blankenship, do you guys think that you guys are still like top contenders in the NFC?
Absolutely, because when last year we were talking about the pieces who are starters now, and the ones, and we were like our depth pieces were awesome. It's the reason why, think about it. When Javon Hargrave left, and then it was Josh Sweat, and then it was Milton Williams, and those guys were on this team. The guys who were depth pieces, then became starters, and then moved on to other teams. It's testament to how we develop players. I've often said that the Philadelphia Eagles are like
how you draft.
Yeah,
and how you draft late rounds. I mean, that's been Dallas's problem is the late rounds. It's not that they draft bad players, but they don't keep the good ones that they draft.
They don't develop.
Exactly.
We're at that stage where we're always developing. Yeah, we're always
exactly.
Developing. And that's where I feel like where the Cowboys at with developing their players.
Exactly.
Like, who do y'all have like on that depth chart that y'all know isn't probably going to get any reps this year? But y'all know next year they might have an opportunity. Or when y'all sign those contracts, who's going to walk? What's up?
I like Barham, the guy they brought in from Michigan. I think he'll be like a big factor next year, not this year though.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good. It's just
Yeah.
I feel like we have those pieces all around,
Yeah.
maybe except for the secondary, just because if Coop and Quinyon get injured, it's going to be a huge drop off.
And I honestly think Woolen's a huge upgrade over Jackson.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
I feel like we picked up.
hell
I feel like
fucking
we
yeah.
picked
And
up.
that's I
Woolen
mean,
to
and that's
compete
coming
with
from
Pickens.
that's coming from a rival. Like Woolen is a way better corner than Jackson ever will be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tariq Woolen is a 4.33 guy, and
Yeah.
and Quinyon Mitchell is a 4.28 guy. You know what I'm saying?
You're a better corner than he is, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'm like Ryan Gosling in that one movie.
but the point is that, you know, like it's like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? These guys, you know, going back to the development part of the thing, you know what I'm saying? If you were to do the fly on the wall type of thing and just sit there and listen to what Eagles fans say when they're amongst themselves, when they're amongst each other, you know what I'm saying? It's interesting because I just realized this not too long ago. We have really good in-depth conversations about our depth pieces. You know what I'm saying? We have very long conversations about our UDFA class, and you know, like if you think about it, you know, like the especially if you listen to DV, if you listen to Drew, if you listen to Warren, if you listen to BG and them, you know what I'm saying? The conversations amongst Eagle fans is, you know, all right, we know who these guys that are starting or projected to start or whatever, but man, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is the fuss over Willie Lampkin is. You know what I'm saying? And oh shit, y'all, this is Holland Pierce's second or third year, you know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker looked like motherfucking King Dunlap, you know what I'm saying? You know, then you got, you know, like you got all these. We got a tight end from, was it Alabama?
Ole Miss.
Deontay. Deontay. What the fuck is his last name? I forget. But we got.
I know who you're talking about, but he's a freak. Yeah, he's like an athlete.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some, you know, like this dude named Wisniewski. Now he's also been hurt.
Yeah, primetime Phil liked him. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we done heard some shit about him, and not in a bad way, but some good shit. Like it's like, yo, these are the pieces. Like there are lengthy conversations about people who aren't even going to be starters. You know what I'm saying? And it's an prove it year for us, and that's
right. And I'm hoping that's what CP can do with our cornerbacks. You know what I mean? With the addition, right? Yeah, exactly.
That's where the argument comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, all these people that we're mentioning, you know what I'm saying? Very few of them are in their first year on the team. You know what I'm saying? You heard DV bring up Johnny Wilson's name. There's a lot of people who are pulling for Johnny Wilson. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is a serious prove it year, evidenced by look at the wide receiver room now. You know what I'm saying? I'm with him too. I'm pulling for Darius Cooper. You know what I'm saying?
Darius Cooper balling.
You know what I'm saying? These are names that Cowboy content creators and fan bases don't even mention or know to even look at. And the reason why we're saying you should note these things is because what ends up happening is a lot of times these guys end up going to other teams and doing really well, and then you'd be like, "What the fuck? Where the hell did he come from?" It's like, he was developed by the Eagles,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and that's the part that's where, you know, you get a lot of the, you know, the what TP calls the arrogance of Eagles fans. We know our players, not just the starters, but we know our fucking depth pieces really well.
Right. It's not arrogance. We can't sit up there and you know, TP not here to, you know, defend himself, but we can't sit up here and say, okay, well, just because you don't know your team like that doesn't mean that we're arrogant. We're arrogant because we have a Harry Roseman, a GM that's going to draft and develop guys the correct way. This is how the organization is ran. You know, we know our organization front and back. We are blue collar workers. You know, regardless if we work for the man or we self-employed, we are blue collar workers that invest in this team. Period. I always live by that, to the point where that's why, I know LB had the same type of spill that I had about our content creators being
That's right.
at the trader camp and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what it should be. It should be, because now you can sponsor us. You can do certain things, whereas though now the content creators could have that connection with the players. You think about J Tuck. You think about
Exactly.
CFT. You think about all of them. They are there in Texas, and they can have those communications with the Dak Prescotts, the CD Lambs, the at the time Michael Parsons and all that. I've seen interviews that they did with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though that we got the radio hosts that would probably bashed our team, saying that we weren't good and giving bad grades, and I never see any other fan base do that. But to answer your question, Joe, you're sitting up here talking about AJ Brown, because TP Way always say, we never seen how y'all look without AJ Brown. AJ Brown was a bigot. He was one that needed the ball in his hand. He was the one that demanded that the rock will go into his hand, whereas though down the offensive play call didn't call for him to get the ball. But when Jalen Hurts demanded, okay, I'm going to scramble and I'm going to get my best playmaker down the field the ball, he doesn't run the route fully. When he sit up there and see a Saquon Barkley running the ball, he's not blocking downfield. Certain things is not in the locker room no more, which means that now the field opens up, because now he doesn't have to depend on force feeding AJ Brown the ball. I can't say the same thing for the Patriots. Now, when it comes to AJ Brown, yes, he was a major factor. We got our just due for AJ Brown. We traded for him for the Titans. He came here in 4 years. We've been to 2 Super Bowls. We won one with him. He did his job. We traded him because he didn't want to be in part of this offense no more, because it was a run first offense. The same thing that happened in Tennessee, because Derrick Henry was the guy. He didn't like that. He wanted to be the guy. Let's just speak facts, right? On top of that, when it comes to our defense, like, look, we're shining against this offense and all that, but Josh Grenard is not there. We really not too sure who's going to be at safety. Linebacker situation is there. And the edge room is great. Defensive tackle room is great. Corner, our secondary and the cornerback room, that's great. It's all about the safeties. Now you got Michael Carter II. You got Cooper DeJean flip-flopping from safety in base or safety in zone coverage or whatever the case may be. You got those two guys flip-flopping and all that. You got Marcus Epps. You got Okuba. But we pay our guys, the guys that are already solidified. I'm not too concerned about the defense. The offense, the way it is going to be ran is, as you see, under center with Jalen Hurts. You see throwing across the middle with Jalen Hurts. You see him being connected with wide receivers that he's normally not throwing to. And that's a kudos to him setting up that trip to Orlando with these other offensive wide receivers that's not really familiar with him. One thing I didn't like about this today is that they kept throwing the deep ball to Hollywood Brown. You weren't going to get those yards, bro. Like, you got to take what the defense gave you, especially with pads on. think about it. Like we had Cooper DeJean had a injury bug or injury scare. Like those type things shouldn't happen in training camp, but it does happen in training camp as well. But to answer your question, I feel like that I'm okay with training camp right now. My whole pedestal of this team right now, because they're going through the kinks, they're ironing out the penalties and everything on offensive line, and they learning the new system with Shorman. My pinnacle is when we go through. I think Tiff, if she's still in here, I'm gonna give kudos to her. She said the 19th and the 20th is when we were supposed to go against the Patriots. That's the pinnacle. I want to know where we stand at with that team.
Yeah,
Right.
You want?
And that's your scrimmage, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I said on other Cowboy fans channels, because we usually play the Rams because we play Southern California. Dallas trains in Southern California, you know what I mean? And like that'll tell you where your team's at in a way, you know what I mean? I mean, we looked so bad last year on defense against the Rams, and it just showed us look what happened in the season, you know what I mean? So
Joe, I kind of wish, not to cut you off, but I kind of wish that y'all went. I kind of wish I went against the 49ers.
Yeah, me too.
Instead of the Rams. I think the 49ers is y'all Achilles heel to the point where anytime y'all go into the playoffs, especially when y'all beat Tom Brady in his last season, y'all played the 49ers. And then, I think the 49ers should be like, because we really wanted to play y'all in the NFC Championship when we went the first time in 2022. We wanted to play y'all then.
What's it called? That's when Tony Pollard got hurt. So I mean, even if we would have played y'all would have smacked us because like we weren't prepared that year. And I mean that was on. If you could say like anyone's on Dak, I feel like it's that one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and shout out to Fells. I know he said this a while ago. Is that developing players is key. And like one of the players that we just picked up, Uar Bernard, is a major project. Like we're not really expecting anything from this kid, but we just heard today the kid, he was close to a sack, or he would have been a sack.
He got it.
And coming. So
he got a sack yesterday. He got a sack yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday. Okay, yeah. So it was yesterday. He got the sack. And this is coming from a guy that has played zero football, right? And
that's that dude from Nigeria, right?
Yeah, and I'm not projecting.
They also said they did a play action and he ran down the running back when the quarterback was the one with the ball. So he ran down like 10 yards.
I'm not projecting, but what I'm saying is that like Warren said, we always have players in place that we're developing, and that's key. And I think some Dallas fans get upset, Joe, and you can understand this when we're saying like who, because I hear about Jayshon Barham, I hear about Jayshon because I follow everybody, right? I hear Jayshon Barham is balling out. I hear Kobe Durant. I hear all these guys are balling, but it's like Dallas is like, oh, these guys are playing for right now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're gunning for the Super Bowl right now, and all we need is Max Crosby or the linebacker from Miami, and we're ready right now. Yeah. And it's like, hold on, time out. Who are you developing? Like, who's developing for like to showcase next year when the whole draft or all the draft picks that you got, you're adding more onto CP's vision and dream, right? So, the more like how many defensive players did you guys draft this year? Was it mostly about 5, something like that?
Yeah, probably even more. I think we only drafted 2 offensive players.
Right. So you're replacing like 8 guys on the defense from last year, right?
Yeah.
That's replacement. So next year you're going into the draft and you get CP to get maybe a couple more of his players to add to what he's envisioning. In the meantime, there should be guys that you're developing to say, okay, this kid may be something for next year, but all I hear from Dallas is like, he's ready now. Downs is ready now.
Well,
We're ready
that's just
now.
because
Super Bowl.
that's just because they want to win, Drew. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
but
You know
it's
what I
like,
mean?
but it gets to the
But it
point though,
takes
Joe, to
it
where
takes
it's like
time.
it gets
Yeah,
to the point to where you get so thirsty to where
yeah,
you want to
exactly.
win a Super Bowl
Yeah,
so
exactly.
bad to where you're kind of digging a hole for yourself. You get
Exactly.
so
Yeah.
thirsty for it.
And
It's
Joe,
And like you guys said, you have to focus on develop. That's why I don't like when people are saying Jay Sean Barham is going to be. He's our fourth linebacker right now, guys. He's behind Overshown, Winters, and James,
Right.
Shamar James. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
there's
I
there's
mean,
another
he's
person.
and mind you, it's the off season too. So we saw these players. We've heard about them in the off season. So
right,
we've
and
seen
they
the
were
highlights of
just
their name.
drafted. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
their highlights look good, but once they get on the field, you
It's a
realize
Yeah.
they need some more time.
And
Yeah.
Joe, pay attention to you heard about UR, but then pay attention to Josh Wayru too. That's
Yeah.
the one. You know what I'm saying?
And
That's other,
and same with one I like for Dallas is Savone Ravel because I guess Christian
I've heard-
Parker, he's spoken really high and saying that he could fix Ravel and make him a decent boundary corner. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard good
And,
things. Yeah.
and Joe, I think that Siobhan, how do you say his first name?
So, it's Savon. The
Savon?
H is silence. Yeah. So it's
Right.
Savon. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that he can be the sleeper on your defense.
Yeah.
I really do believe that Ravel can be like the sleeper on your defense if he can stay healthy. Because I don't see last year. Last year wasn't his rookie year. This is
No.
his rookie year,
Yeah.
This is
Actually, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he has the athletics. What is he like? 6'1", 6'2",
He's like 6'2". Yeah. He's bigger. Yeah.
clown about you guys as corners, and I mean it. But if he can step in, be what he projected to be, then I think that'll be a nice surprise. And that's what I'm talking about, development, right? You guys got him in the third round last year. He could have
Right.
been a second round draft pick.
Yeah.
Developing him because now CP is not a position coach anymore. He don't
No.
get to just focus on the corners. You don't
And
do that.
that's a good point. Yeah. There's other coaches that do that. He's over it. You know what I mean?
You gotta
Right.
trust
Right.
them. Yeah.
And listen,
Yeah.
shout out to everybody who's watching. Again, I want to remind you all, please, head on over to King DV Sports, sub up. Head over to Eagles Drew, sub up. Head over to Joe the Pro Sports, sub
Yes,
up.
sir.
Make sure you head up
Eagles
over to the
Collective.
Eagles Collective podcast and sub up. Listen, the one thing I will say, especially about DV and Warren, especially them two. You know what I'm saying? They first of all right. The thing with the Eagles Collective podcast is it's not just Warren. It's four of them fuckers. Okay, and they don't always agree with each other. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? But to DV's point, they be out there amongst the people in their own way. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, Warren and them are out there in the belly of the beast. They're in Texas. He's like 45 minutes from Arlington. You know what I'm saying? When you look at DV, and BG and myself, we're here in Market. You see what I'm saying? And so it's and Drew doing the best he can out there on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Those are and then go, as you can see, I don't need to speak for Joe because he's proven himself in terms of being one of those ones who's at least a reasonable, a better than average reasonable Cowboy fan who understands, who's looking at the bigger picture and understands.
He talks like the Cowboy fans out here, honestly.
Say that again?
Yeah, you sound like
He talks like the Cowboy fans out here.
You know what? From your description, Warren, I would not disagree with you on that. Yeah, he does. You know what I'm saying?
But for you to be 24 and invested in the Cowboys, that's rare.
Yeah, man. Salute to you, brother.
Yeah, I think you can
family.
agree with that.
Yeah, no, it's family for sure, man.
Yeah. Now I asked you, and here's the thing. Last week we had Chris from Cowboy Up, podcast, and y'all go on over there and go shout out my man Angry Cowboy, but go see Chris at Cowboy Up.
Yeah.
He was
Cowboy.
on, and this was his description, and this is why I asked you, how are you liking camp? You know what I'm saying? His description was, all this is going on, ain't no drama, everything's great, everything's looking good, and I don't like it. And I was like,
funny.
wait, what? And he
That's
was
funny.
like, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And I was
Yeah,
like,
he's not used to it at all.
nah. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, wait. You know what I'm saying? If controversy going into Kent hasn't helped you over the last 30 years, you know what I'm saying? And
Well, Jerry couldn't help himself day one. He was saying,
Right.
I spoke with the team. Like, he does that every
It's
time.
like,
Yeah.
what? And then, of course,
Yeah.
you got Dak with the Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Gotti.
Yeah, but Dak is like that. Dak is like that corny. Dak is like that corny leader you have in middle school. You know what I mean?
So
He really is. No, he really is.
Put him on the same level as Jameis Winston. You know what I'm
love
saying?
that.
Is he that?
I
kind of
wouldn't.
corny?
No, I wouldn't honestly.
King,
Maybe a tier right below though.
Just above
Honestly.
Jameis Winston.
I'd say right below.
he not even Jameis Winston. Remember when the Eagles had all those players signed and that quarterback?
The
I don't want to say his name with the super team.
Yeah.
Oh
Vince
yeah.
Young.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince,
That
From Texas.
Vince Young.
Why? Vince Young.
Yeah, from Texas.
That's what it sounds like. Like I think so. A lot of people, like especially national sports media, is basically like, "Oh, I'm happy that Dak put this out. It's a little bit swagger in the organization now and all that." No, I felt like Dak needed to shut his ass up and go out there and prove it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, now, because how I view it, especially if I played quarterback and I played cornerback. If I'm playing the Dallas Cowboys, I'll play the Cowboys twice if I'm an Eagle, right? If I'm an Eagle, I play the Cowboys twice. Gotti is in my mindset with the greatest with the greatest offense right now and all that. Now defense is going to sit up there and be like, prove it. I'm going to give you my best. I don't give a damn what we do next week, but this week against y'all, we're going to sit up there and do that.
I feel like we always get that though, because it's like, we're nationally, the attention's always nationally on us.
But this is a self-inflicted wound.
I got you, but I just think that's how Dak is. He's just always been that corny, like leader, like let's go, guy, like like that 6th grade
plus 11
for
10 plus 11 years. He's been that corny leader.
I'd say like ever since he got like that first contract, yeah.
No, ever since he's been the starter, he's been that corny leader. We haven't did anything. He hasn't done anything. Y'all won since he's been the starter quarterback for the Cowboys. He's won the division multiple times and hasn't done anything with it.
Yeah. But you put that all on him. You don't think that was the defense either?
No. Listen, bro. Because one of the things that Chris said was he told us it made me look at y'all differently. Chris told us in the 30 years since y'all have been to the Super Bowl, y'all had 17 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And he went name by name. I forgot people. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, after Aikman. After Aikman and before Romo, it was a lot.
Bad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was bad.
I was like, shit, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Tony and Dak account for 20 of those 30 years.
Yeah.
But don't you think that's also on the front office, because they wanted to draft Johnny Manziel and Connor Cook, and they didn't even make it past their rookie deals?
Well, he also pointed out the fact that there hasn't been a very real significant, and that's why he pointed out.
That's my thing. Yeah,
they haven't put a real investment.
Like if you,
since Aikman.
Like if you show me something like other than Dak, then I'm cool with it. But if you're telling me Joe Milton, like, I'd rather stick with Dak.
No,
not
him. Not him. Y'all going to have to draft a quarterback.
I agree, but I just don't think that they're really good at drafting quarterbacks. They wanted Connor Cook and Paxton Lynch.
Or if Jerry Jones allows somebody bigger than him in Dallas, or somebody that's equivalent to him in Dallas, and in the organization, Shador might be your pick.
Will McClay. Hopefully. He's our
No.
senior like over the players. He's like
Will
over the
McClay,
players.
yeah. Will
Yeah.
McClay's-
So I'm hoping they
he's
give him.
evaluated.
They need to give him more pull.
I don't see Jerry doing that, man.
I see Steven doing it though, and I think that's what matters. Jerry's 83.
I forgot.
Let's be real. I think Steven's running it.
I forgot after in between the Tony Romo situation, y'all had John Kitna, and then y'all had Matt Castle. Y'all had Matt Castle.
I remember Matt Castle.
He backed up Romo. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all had
One of the years Romo got hurt, we had him. We had Brandon Whedon. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, Cooper Rush. Andy Dalton in like recent years. Yeah.
I talked
Trey
to
Lance for a
Howie
little bit.
I talked to Howie Roseman and I said we need to stop getting players from y'all because when we got that running back from y'all,
DeMarco Murray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was only good because he was behind the first offensive line in football. We had like a beast offensive line back then. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
We didn't use it correctly. We didn't use it correctly. Well, look, fellas, I'm actually having, whether you guys realize it or not, but I'm having technical difficulties. You know what you're saying? And so I want to avoid it getting worse. You know what I'm saying? So we got time, a little bit of time, but I want to give you guys an opportunity, hopefully Warren to pop back in here to give us your final words. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been going for, we're working on 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that's like shit. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to DV, I got you, bro. I got you. I completely forgot to exchange contact information with you and TP. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
So
no, it's fine.
I'll get you covered.
We gonna link up. No, we gonna link up.
Yeah, I want to make sure you got it. You know what I'm saying? I'll
that's a must.
You know what I'm saying? So that way you guys can have direct communications with each other and stuff. I want that for you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. And that was the reason why I brought you on here. Why I wanted to make sure you were here. And I wanted to make sure TP was here because I was like, I heard you today, and I was like, I can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? And so but I completely forgot to make that happen because TP came in here guns a blazing, and I could see you was ready. You already was ready. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh shit.
Because because on my channel, what he said to me earlier this morning, and I didn't even have eggs and orange juice and nothing like that. and he was like, yeah, I know I gotta go at you because we got the same type of energy. I said, bet. We need to talk about Devontae Smith and the neighbors. And then when I told Eagles Drew, he said, what? I said, yep. He said that.
Yeah, man.
Well, then how about this? Is it okay if I send him your contact info? Okay. That's fine. All right, bet. I got you. All right. But you know what? Joe, you was the last one in, so you'll be the first one to give the last word. Go ahead, bro.
No, just thanks for having me on, man. I enjoy talking football, even when it's with rival teams. I feel like we learn more about our teams, and I feel like that'll benefit us when the season starts. And just thank you for having me on. I'm going to be here whether Dallas loses or wins, and I'll see you guys later.
Next Tuesday. I apologize.
Yes, sir.
I didn't realize
you're fine.
Chat like that for that long, waiting that long. I had to look. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, you're okay, dude. Yeah, no, dude. I like holding the chat down too with Logan Motorsports and all those other guys. No worries.
Shout out to Logan Motorsports.
Yeah,
Tiffany Simpson, D-Cuz Worley. Nat.
Yeah.
The regular. You know he a fan now.
D-Cuz fan.
Yeah, D-Cuz always here now.
Listen. Like I know they from the other side and everything like that, but we all need those people to hold our feet to the fire
for sure.
Outside and amongst ourselves. And they keep it.
And shout out Void too. Void was vouching for me. Shout out Void Green. He's a good Eagle fan. Yeah.
The ones that I know of, I know Marcus Blackman be up in here.
Yeah, Marcus. He was here earlier. Yeah.
Shit, man. Listen, y'all know I'm big, so I'll be missing half this shit because I'll be just listening at y'all. So I'm not even paying attention to the chat because the chat is a vibe of itself. And just so the people would know, you know what I'm saying? At some point, we are going to we're annotating everything. Okay, I just go back and look at it later because I'd rather but we're going to come up with an award for best comment in the chat amongst the people.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because I know, listen,
Man, we got
hey,
it. Hey,
go to King DV's. Go to King TV's channel and read his chats.
oh yeah, they get live in the chat.
They be going
They get
off.
live. They get live.
Don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. Like we you know, like I'm gonna start screenshotting some of these comments and everything like that. And we gotta come up with some good ones. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta I want to talk amongst the fellas here and everybody that we had on there and try to come up with what the criteria is for best comment in the chat. Did the comment stop the whole damn panel or some shit like that and make everybody laugh? Because there's been times where that shit has happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
but
I already got a few names I'm thinking about already.
I know, right? Me too. You know what I'm saying? Especially Linda's ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She'll cook you, bro. Like it don't matter. Like she'll cook you,
bro. Yo, Joe. Listen, Joe.
Me and Linda were going at it earlier when TP was on.
Bro,
she knows her shit.
I true. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? Yo, Rob A is in the building.
What's up, man?
What's
going
up,
on, man? What's up?
I'm getting ready. I'm up here giving everybody the last word.
I know. I heard you. I said I had to come in and get a first and a last word before I fucking drop for the night.
You know what? We're gonna be the last one because I'm gonna mute and just let you go. But I want Drew to go ahead. Go ahead, give your last word real quick, Drew.
Hey man, look, I want to send a shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate you, Leo and Joe. Joe, you got an old soul, bro. Man, you be rocking. He be calling me out when I be on my little rage bait. Be like, don't fall for it. I'll be like, be quiet, Joe. But shout out to King DV, man. Respect, Rob A, man. We were rocking earlier on Game Time. And shout out to Game Time. He was earlier when we first started, he was on the channel, came in for a little bit and was support, man. Shout out to Game Time, Brian, man. TP Way, man. Shout out, part of the family, one of the crazy cousins we got to deal with now. You know what I mean? One of the crazy cousins we got to deal with. It's all good. We set them straight. But no, man, and shout out to the chat, man. Tiffany, Linda, Fells, man, Coyote, everybody, man. If I get you, don't blame my heart, my head. But let me just say this: it's called training camp for a reason, guys. Training camp. So when you hear stuff like what happened today. If I'm not mistaken, everything was happening in the red zone. So that means that the offense was specifically keying on, scenarios of what to do in the red zone, right? It's training camp, folks. So Sean Mannion is really trying to key in on having the offense really learn what they need to do in key scenarios. And again, when you're playing against a top 5, possibly a top 3 defense that we have, it didn't bother me hearing the struggles. It's rather encouraging because they're going to work out the kinks. Jalen got the GoPro on the helmet for a reason, guys. Jalen got the GoPro. All of them got the GoPro on the helmet for a reason. So, hey, man, shout out to the Eagles family, Dallas, Washington, Giants, the NFC East. We got this, John, and go Birds.
Go Birds. Okay, DV, it's on you, bro. Go ahead.
I was waiting, and I didn't want to interrupt Eagles Drew because Eagles Drew, he laid a foundation, but sometimes you gotta put some spackle on it, on that foundation. And what I'm gonna say is this, right? It's all about your knowledge of football. When it comes to training camp, it's all about your knowledge of football. Yes, you come and watch me, Leo, Eagles Drew, Rob A, Joe, anybody, you watch on a daily basis. But you have to have your own knowledge of football as well that you comprehend with to resonate with what you're watching on here on YouTube. And that's the beauty of football and what we're watching. You know what I'm saying? Just like Eagles Drew said, it's all about the concept on how you look at how the offense performed today. You know what I'm saying? Like if Will Shipley doesn't drop a pass, if Octavian Wicks doesn't drop a pass, if Elijah Moore or whoever doesn't drop a pass, we be talking about differently about the offense today. You know what I'm saying? And that was on like 101 basis in the red zone, and then also the 11 on 11th, whereas though that majority of the offensive linemen wasn't in. So I just want, before we or in the chat or whatever, do some homework and know that it wasn't the full roster, the full starting lineup in there, right? Jalen Hurts didn't look as bad as you thought. Jalen Hurts put the ball on the money. Great defensive play call. That's what I'm saying. Just because the offense is not looking good, we got to pick up the defense. We are so stuck because how Elliott Shore Parks or how these other reporters that was there are sitting up there saying that the offense is struggling and everything like that. You got to put it in some type of context.
Johnny Mack too.
Think about it.
Running his mouth. Yep.
Right. Just like think about it. Like I said earlier, Michael Carter II got an interception only because Hollywood Brown stopped running his route. A couple of days ago, the other interception for Jalen Hurts is because Elijah Moore went one way. Jalen Hurts thought he was going to go the other way. It was a miscommunication.
Right.
This is what my major concern is. So if we can get down pat, not just Devontae Smith, because like I said, Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts been playing for years, since the collegiate years. If we could get down pat that these other receivers can sit up there and have some type of connection with QB1 and QB1 knows where they like the ball at, where they're going to be at. Of course, he knows the plays. He's been staying after practice under center and doing things that people say that he can't do. Majority of his touchdowns or majority of his huge yard gains has been through the middle and been tight window passes like people said that he can't do. We just have to sit up there and let this thing unfold. That's why I don't like the simple fact, shout out to Anthony DeBona, but I don't like the fact that they throw out there 40 days before week 1 against the Commanders. No, we really need to work on what we got right now. It's what preseason, joint practice, and open practice. Joint practice, then week 1. We really need to know who's going to be in this 53-man roster, how many wide receivers we're going to keep, because this thing, think about it. The 2 tight end sets and everything like that. That's why Johnny Munt is there. Yes, we want Eli Stowers to be that guy, but he needs to work on his blocking. And I feel like having him on the side, working with the offensive linemen and everything like that, speak volumes to how the development of the Philadelphia Eagles are, because we already know that Dallas Goedert is going to only just be here for one more year. We already know that. So the whole thing is we need to just be patient and not sit up there and cause any worry right now. I know that the 2 main wide receivers are out right now because of hamstring injuries, but it's precaution. And like I said, today or tomorrow, if Devontae Smith had to play on Sunday, Devontae Smith is playing on Sunday. So I'm not really too concerned about that. But I do need Mekhi Lemon to get those reps in, especially with the pads on now, and we can tackle and he can find his niche inside that system, whereas though that he's going against a linebacker or a safety or so forth. That's where I'm at with it. But at the end of the day, it's always go Birds. It's always we just gotta be patient about the development, and then also know that QB is willing and learning and being coherent in one piece with Sean Mannion and his offensive scheme. As always, go Birds, fly Eagles fly. Check out the channel, and also we got to check out the family as well, because Leo set up this thing perfectly. Eagles Drew always supporting Joe. Nice to meet you. I'm happy that you're more of a realistic Cowboys content creator. Of course, Rob A. I hate, I haven't had a chance to speak with you after the situation that occurred, but I'm happy that you survived, and that victim situation, and you held out down the family, and I know you're very knowledgeable and everything like that. I'm trying to find your channel, so I could subscribe to you and vice versa. But at the end of the day, man, it's always family first. Like I said, go Birds, fly Eagles fly, and that's all I got to say.
I told you, Rob. I fucking told you.
It was good to meet. It was good to meet you, DV. It was good to meet you, brother.
You've been saying for a minute.
I fucking told you, Rob.
Let's collab again, dude.
Yeah, I fucking told you, Rob. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I fucking told you.
You have,
But
man.
but please, the stage is all yours, man.
Hey, man, it's just fucking time to get on the field and let's just start playing some ball, man. All this crazy, off-season crazy talk is just, I'm fucking over it, bro. Like, I'm just ready. I'm just ready for this season to fucking start. Like, all this doubt about our wide receiver core, about our offense and our offensive line and all this shit. I'm fucking over it. Like, I'm getting tired of having to jump into some Cowboys content creators' live streams and give them a dose of fucking reality, bro. Like, it seems it gets tiresome having to jump in there and like how Drew and I had to jump in game times yesterday, and them sitting there saying that Flournoy is better than all of our receivers with the exception of Devontae, right, and that he would be a number 2 over on the Eagles depth chart for wide receivers and shit. And I'm like, man, no,
yeah, that was nasty.
That was ridiculous. I mean, dude has 400 yards on the season and
475. Let's not cheat on this.
Yeah, right. And with that being said, 200 of those was against the Jets and the Lions. One was a blowout, and one they were blowing out of the lowly Jets team. So to me, I just think Dallas has improved over the offseason, but I'm just tired of all this craziness and all this talk. Like, I'm just ready for some fucking football.
I love it. Well, look, y'all. My as y'all can see, my camera don't went out and shit, so my shit is shutting down. And with that, I'm gonna keep it real short. I don't need to say too much of anything other than y'all already heard it. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to King DV for being here. Shout out to Eagles Drew, Joe the Pro, and TP Way the Giant. And Rob, man, I feel cheated. You know what I'm saying? I feel cheated.
Why is
but
that, my man?
Because I wish you were here earlier, especially when TP. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, yeah.
That would have been great. You know what I'm saying? Joe, I apologize. I should have got you up here sooner. I just wasn't paying attention to the chat like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. And shout out to Fells. You know what I'm saying? His presence.
Sir. Sergeant, missed you, man.
Fells, miss you, bro. Miss you.
Duly noted. But I talked to him. Well, we texted each other earlier today. He's on business, y'all. So I know he's watching.
Okay. Yeah, he in there monitoring the chat.
Yeah, he's trying. I think Fells is doing his multitasking thing or what have you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Sergeant in there.
But yeah, he'll be here on Friday, I think. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just depends because he's traveling right now, so he has a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he's not here, but he definitely he definitely let it be known he was going to be watching. And with that, I will say, hey, everybody, make sure you're here on Friday. Do go to Joe the Pro, Eagles Drew, King DV, and the Eagles Collective Podcast. And make sure y'all sub up. I will see y'all right back here on Friday at 9 o'clock for the channel members, the channel members live stream. With that, I will say,
Great show, y'all.
Right back here on Friday at the Bird section. Oh!
Go Birds.
Hey.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
But they're always possible.
Yeah,
If you
y'all.
just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up